Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you might be joining us from. For us here on Falkor 2, it's currently an early morning, local time about 3:48 a.m. And we have just reached the bottom for dive 557, and the first dive of our hashtag coral cliffs, or reef cliffs, hashtag reef cliffs. We're going to get there. But this is dive 557. We are visiting a recently discovered reef on a crescent-shaped 577. Excuse me. 577. We are visiting a recently discovered coral reef on a crescent seamount here. And again, we just touched down. It's quite shallow. You can see from the overlay there that we are just shy of 500 meters. And so with it being a much shallower dive, we are expecting a decent amount of life here as we cruise along. And we are actually going to be working our way along the reef here. Again, this is a pretty recently discovered reef and hasn't been explored very much. So we are wanting to get a better grasp on what is here. So right now, we are just getting set with this dive. I'll be turning up the mics in mission control here. Of course, my name's Alex. I'm the multimedia technician on board. In the pilot seat, we've got Chill, and co-pilot seat, we've got Mike. Excuse me, we've got Doug over in co-pilot right now. And then over in science seat, we currently have Dan, and everyone will introduce themselves at some point here. But thank you for everyone joining us, and please have patience with me as it's quite early still, but we're just getting started.
That looks different than the jelly nose that we were seeing, right? So
no, it's a shark. Yeah. It's a shark.
It's a what?
It's a cat shark.
Oh, a cat shark.
Or a type. It's supposed to be a red nose, but I'm not sure. It's a pronounced.
So it could be for eggs. Can you try to position so you can get that cat shark in the miso camera on the porch too?
Yeah. Then would you like to see?
When we were doing that, we basically shot it down to the porch and make a guess where that camera's on with the sit.
Okay, you can turn on like those things distracting.
Yeah, there you go. Then you can get as close as you want to it.
That shark is a Basileros. One of the genus. You can turn on
Yeah, I was waiting.
How deep do they go? How deep do they go?
They want lasers. We want lasers off.
So into the Basi.
Yeah, we'll start off like 10 seconds or so.
I just did.
Google.
500 meters.
They're on.
You're in control. Okay.
Sorry, they're on?
Yeah. The way the camera's pointing is in the basket.
Yeah, you're hitting the basket.
Yeah, okay. Well, when we're ready to
The
do surveys, we'll have to.
The lasers are on the 4K camera.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, when that's tilted.
Oh, look at the octopus in the back. They don't eat fish. Oh, we got some coral rubble on the bottom there. Yeah. And then first scoop.
Birches.
Yeah.
And Juliana, can you zoom in on this a bit more? And is it giving us the real-time vehicle
It is.
position on there to track? It's draped on the.
Yeah, it's the vehicle position. To answer your earlier question, they go between 1,400 and 1,900 feet. Someone divide that by 3.
So,
1,900 divided by 3.
if possible, can we just stop here for a second and just frame this? And
That's where I'm headed.
Great, perfect.
Is that some of our wanted?
And I'm also looking at that basalt
It is.
section right in there.
It's not on the list, but it's not.
Yeah, if we could just sort of hold that.
Lots of associates.
Yeah.
On the shed is this price wanted list. I've got this running on my computer, right? I'll take that. So there's my
Are you guys close to being sort of set up and ready to go, or
Yeah.
you need some more time?
Now we're pretty much ready to go. If you're ready to start moving, we can move.
Okay, I'd like you to just hold here for a second, because I think probably the first thing that I'd like you to do is to, hold on, check back on this thing. Come on. Right. So, piece of this basalt here.
A piece of it?
Yeah, we want to basically get a rock off of here.
Those are big, very big.
Yeah, well, we don't have to get that big of a piece, but for a piece like this.
Are the lasers going with the lasers going?
They're on.
Are they on?
What's that? So, do you? I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna have to be selective. If you see one that's, we can maybe try that smaller piece there, but
Well, there's this guy here.
that one right there is possible.
Right. I mean, just something that you can get your fingers in.
Even that, I think, is
Or
big.
this one. So we're going to the loggers.
No, there's one of them is swimming. We're going to be looking to take this in.
Yeah, we're going to be looking to take a
So you
rock
can
sample.
hear the scientists working with the pilots here to try and figure out some collections.
We're about to take a run from you. We have to let. I have two questions. It's hard to relate across, and yes, relate multiple times.
Do you want to log in? I think it's for log in.
Yeah, that piece is a lot bigger than it looks.
Log in and you can start
So how about you guys sit and have a look at Emmy do the first log. Our shore. She's logged in and we're just about to do one, and then you guys figure out whether or not. Yeah.
You're going to put it in one of the rock boxes on the left side that's divided into four compartments.
I'm just trying to figure this out. This one. Yeah. I have a feeling that's like the size of a big box.
Sorry.
Okay, that's too big. Yeah, okay, let's see, can we zoom out just so we can have another look at what else might be possible? This one's not any smaller. Can you maybe...
There's a smaller one maybe on top of that there.
What's that?
Like that right there.
This one right here?
Is that not basalt?
Well, it's tough because I want to try to get a big enough piece so that we're gonna, because it's likely to be somewhat altered on the outside, so big enough piece so I can cut the altered pieces off to get to the rock that's not altered.
Right. I think that's probably bigger than you think it is.
I know it's bigger, yeah, for sure.
I mean, we can go for that one right there, but that's the side.
Yeah, that's
I can't even grab that.
Is that what you're talking?
That's the one I was talking about. I don't know if he wants that one. Sounds like he wants a bigger one.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
As wide as those dogs do.
And it's hard for me to tell whether that is. Can you grab that? Is that loose or is that part of this whole big thing here?
It's part of the whole big thing, and it's also huge.
Yeah. No, this one's ridiculous.
I can grab that.
For the number of samples.
Okay.
So we can't
Can
know
we
the
just
number of
look,
the samples, so that's why we use events.
one side or the other to see what happens?
Geological.
There, for that
Yeah.
star.
Then that might be multiple
Can you just pan to the right and see what else we got here?
sponges on
That might be
there.
loose.
But they'll be linked to that.
Yeah, when I came in, I didn't see anything in this area. We may have to pick up and fly to the left, just fly around a little bit.
What about that?
It's pretty big, but we'll
My daughters
reach
are
out.
watching. They're watching.
Like this bit right over here. And then that would be cool because it's got a coral on it.
That one's doing it.
Just getting ready
This
for
one right here. This guy right here.
Yeah, I know. Hi, girls.
You might be able to pick up, there's lots of excitement in the room here for our first dive of this expedition.
Yep. Yep.
Look at this.
Okay. That'll work. Okay, loggers. We're about to get a salt sample that's got some animals on it. Let's just take a good. Okay. And in terms of where it can go in one of the boxes on the port side in this RB 1A or B or C or D?
Okay. Ellen was saying using NC because science environmental objectives we keep it warm.
It's going to be too big to go on one of those slots.
So it's narrow this way, so I think if once you get over there, tip it upright, it might go. You know what I mean? It's longer that way. So if you put that bit down, I think it'll go.
Otherwise, if you don't think it'll fit in there, just put it in the back in the RB2 along with the net, and the net and the coral quiver can.
Yeah, you might be right. Look at it from the top.
Yeah.
It's quite large.
Just wait a second.
Okay.
I think it might be too big for
Yeah, so let's put it in the back there by the orange net.
That's all the way.
It's all the way. Can't be.
Then
Can't be.
hitting some.
Yeah, you're going to have rock in front of us. Maybe it is all the way.
No, that's all the way. It's a little deceiving because I got the camera out.
Oh.
Where are we reading about long from?
where's the real time?
Is that the real time not long yet?
No.
So if you want the long on
From the photo sea log.
You'll have to press it and
Okay,
then
that'll work.
write it here because we want to try and keep as much of the stuff, the numbers, the same as what we're putting in sea
Okay,
log. So we put it in sea log first and then extract it.
We got a lot of folks in chat. Very excited about the terrain here. Very excited about the abundancy of life. Of course, we're all excited here as well. So we are, with this expedition, looking at something a bit different from our past few cruises, right? Our past few have been a good deal deeper, typically involving hydrothermal areas, hydrothermally active areas. For this particular cruise, we are instead going to be looking at a shallower section of the ocean and a less level section. We are looking at these cliffs in the Galapagos, and not just any cliffs, but cliffs that are covered in corals. And these cliffs present an interesting challenge for not just this cruise, but just science in general, in mapping and understanding these cliffs and the reefs that are on them. When we typically map, right, we're using our multi-beam from the ship, and that is kind of a top-down view. And so that can capture the terrain as far as lumps and bumps and mounds and seamounts. But when we see a cliff, it's more difficult to tell what's going on there. We can tell there's a cliff, but it's presented much more as a stark line between shallow and deep. And capturing the details that are on the face of that cliff are very difficult in that traditional manner. So with the assistance of ROV Sebastian, or the remotely operated vehicle that you're currently watching footage from, we are hoping to get a better understanding of the terrain of these cliffs, a better understanding of what's on the cliffs. And there's several instruments we're going to be using for that. Our dives are going to be kind of split between collection dives and mapping dives. And you might be used to us doing dives and mapping, but we're actually going to be doing mapping dives as well. So ROV Sebastian will be fitted with some equipment that will allow us to produce maps of these cliffs, and we'll kind of cruise along and map as we go. For anyone who might be tuning in for the first time, this just kind of popped up in your feed over on YouTube or on Facebook. You're curious what this is. You are watching live footage from just shy of 500 meters below the surface of the ocean off of the Galapagos Islands. This footage is coming to you from a remotely operated vehicle named Sebastian. So think of it as a submersible robot. There's no one riding inside the submersible, but instead it is connected by a long umbilical tether back up to the surface to a vessel, the research vessel Falcor 2. And that's where we are. We're currently in the mission control room of Falcor 2, and we have a pretty wide selection of screens in front of us. And the pilots use these screens to pilot the ROV. The scientists use the screens to collect their data and to target their collections. And at the end of the dive, Sebastian will come back up, and those samples will be able to be offloaded and processed by the scientists on board. So on board RV Falcor 2, we have a variety of labs as well that can be used for the processing of those samples. Folks saying, wow, it's very shallow here. And compared to our past few cruises, yes, we are going to be pretty shallow this cruise. Mostly above 1,000 meters. There will be a few dives that'll be dipping below 1,000. This dive, kind of a shakedown dive for the expedition, really. We are just kind of wanting to get eyes on the bottom here, get some data, and then we're actually going to be out of the water for maybe 24 hours or so. So that gives the scientists some time to take a look at what they have, take a look at the dive retrospectively, and think about their approaches going forward for the rest of the cruise. But we are hoping, I believe, to be on bottom for about 12 hours with this dive, but that could flux.
Yeah, it's the moment you click the button, it then
Okay.
Oh, it's better.
We're going to be taking a fossil fuel sample. So I'm going to log out.
You got a better sense of that.
It might still be quite consolidated as a lot like something. I can see a few cups like bottom.
Yes, yeah,
just
yeah.
right at the latest.
This one.
Above them. There's a cup coral.
Yeah.
That's great.
So these are the kind that we're interested in. These particular corals right here, these cup corals, look like little funnels.
Okay. There's a lot of general debris in there that could be bits of cup coral, which we can use.
Yeah.
It's worth giving it a go.
Try to scoop this.
Yeah, I think it's worth.
So if we could try to get the orange handled scoop where you put the rock.
And then rock boxes.
Are you in?
I'm in favor.
That's gonna be fun to go.
Something exciting to me. We'll see if it pays out, but with us being pretty shallow and up against cliffs for a lot of the dives, I'm expecting some upwelling. So our midwater could be extra fun. We are, of course, hoping to bring you the midwaters when we can on the way back up. Probably won't be doing those descents still unless we really stumble on something and can cut to it shortly before we get to the bottom. But yeah, we're hoping to bring you the ascents and recoveries of the vehicle where we can.
So, hey, James. Hey, James.
Yeah.
Where you think you would like him to start scooping?
So try and find somewhere that's hopefully soft. So, I mean, just it's kind of close to where Dan's pointing down there. Looks ideal. And maybe starting the sandy stuff would help to get a bit of a foothold.
This is what we're talking about?
Yeah, we can give it. Yeah,
Like here?
yeah. I'm just kind of moving it around.
The way up?
Yeah, we were having with Alvin. We were having to sort of dig it in and drag it, dig it in and drag it, and then hold it up and sort of slosh it around a little bit, and then keep filling it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are using this net to scoop up coral rubble.
Yeah, that's
A
good.
little bit.
Just kind of keep scooping. So there's a big lump of what looks like a quite old colonial Scleractinian coral that's going in there. It's just about to go in the net.
But
Yeah, you can
bulk of it rolled up the right side.
Yeah, that you can go back and try to get it again. There doesn't look like there's much in there. Right?
Repeated scoops are absolutely fine and good.
Dan, is the ASNAP on the screenshot for 10 seconds?
What's that?
And do we have, are they taking every 10 seconds?
Juliana, she's there. How did that get set up? We had asked that they do that, but I'm not sure. Can you,
I'll confirm.
That looks
can
like
you
a solid
see if he's in the other lab?
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
That was a clump of something. It's kind of
Yeah, yeah.
stuck together. That's why it rolled out of the net.
Yeah, if it's it may be too big, but
it appears to be. We'll give it a shot.
Yeah, and if not, the smaller kind of it's rubble potent so we can. Okay.
I mean, this big indurated piece over here. Do you think that's too modern?
Yeah. So we're gonna give that a go. If it'll go, it looks like a bigger clump. If that doesn't work, you see just over here. There's some smaller clumps, and just take repeated scoops.
Just below
get as
that
much
now.
clumps as you can.
Yeah, where it's going though is the cup coral. So yeah, this is kind of smaller material where we are with the net right now.
Just below it.
Yeah, that's really good. If that bigger piece is too hard to get in the net.
Yep.
Looks like he's got one. We'll come back to that one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Josh confirmed that
Okay, good.
every 10 seconds.
Thanks. Great.
Yeah, we're getting some, but
Yeah, it usually took us a bunch of scoops to get more stuff in the net. That's all right.
There are 10 seconds, there's one taken. If there's something
Is there value to some of these bigger pieces?
Yeah. It's hard to get them in. We didn't get a good one out yet.
No, but he could go and grab them and just stick them back in the bucket, right?
highlight is usually like really beautiful stuff, so not necessarily. So what's going to be important is going to record that sample when we're done with the printing. So it's going to be making sure it's written down where it is, the weight in there, and the color of the and that is put into the sea log, and then copy the data that's from what we bring.
Sorry, that's me.
The bridge told me there's some things in there. There's a
No, because it depends on geology, and there's a lot on the side. So for example,
Yeah, I saw that.
It's like it's sticking to the outside of the net.
for the samples, I guess start with the easier.
You're blind with it now. Kicked out.
Biological systems go into the rivers and the bio box that I have. The rivers on this side don't have what's the other? It's like it's definitely like not I executed at this it's already under less than 20.
I can't remember the numbers, but it's 500 meters.
Yeah.
Not as low as well.
so it's the lowest point here.
But I think there might be categories of like low is when it falls below magnified. So it
Is what, yeah, I mean, if you had it all that's around the other with that arm system.
Yeah.
I think there was something like less than 20 and then the extra toxic is less than 5.
And we also have this. Yeah, you could put it in the description. There should also be a description here as well, so that when we go to the RP.
Hey James, I'm thinking that it might be good maybe to just get what we get in the net, but then to just go back and grab some of those bigger chunks.
They're a lot bigger
event
than we were
of this
expecting.
dive.
I agree.
Because
I wonder whether we can get slightly sandier areas that are kind of on this image just beyond the large chunks. Easier target for you guys.
Okay, I'm going to pop up and move forward. So you want that sandier stuff there.
Although there's some of these larger pieces that we'll want to just try to grab with a manip and just put back in the bin. With that's fine.
We can definitely come back.
Yeah.
Because we already have this in the manip.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's more challenging to visualize this so much of it, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's possible to angle the net more forward rather than so that you're actually sort of digging with the edge into it. But some of it is the problem is the coral pieces are just bigger than the net opening, I think.
This sandier. This and that's.
So yeah, scooping up the coral rubble here using the net. A little trickier than it might seem. That coral really likes to cling to the net a bit.
The pieces are big.
They are.
That's part of the problem.
Future marine biologists and training. Oh yeah? Do they say that's what they want to do when they grow up?
Not so much.
I'm trying. When I was little, I wanted to be a hairdresser. Very different. I always wanted to straight hair. And I didn't like reading and writing like that.
So even in that sandy material, you just dig down into large chunks of that.
Right.
Probably.
I think it's going to be more fruitful to put the net away and just grab this stuff with it.
Yeah, I agree.
People don't know.
So yeah, I'll escape and then
I studied geography.
grab some chunks.
I'm still in geography. Yeah, I'm still in the geography department.
So let's these chunks are big enough, so I think it'd probably be better to just put the net away and then just grab these big chunks and put them back in that bin on top of the net.
Geography and earth science.
Because I think the pieces are so large, or some of them are larger than the net opening, and it's just hampering.
Yeah.
You get more. But there's enough of it, so it should be pretty easy to grab. In my view, so loggers. Hello. So we're gonna keep sampling some fossil coral, but we're gonna put the net away, back in the bin. But I think we're gonna call this all the same sample because we're just gonna go back and grab bigger pieces of the coral. Okay.
So same event.
It's the same event.
But we should make a note that we're doing the scraping
Yes.
and the different places.
I haven't asked yet. We're going to put this in rock box too?
You're gonna put it in rock box 2 on top of my box. So, and then we're gonna put the coral pieces in there as well.
Okay.
Okay. As many as you can grab.
Yeah, that should be it.
Scraping through various scraping.
Do we know what those big branching corals are? What kind that is? No idea.
It's hard to tell, certainly in the alive
Yeah.
fauna that's on the walls that we've been looking at. It could be Mantrapora. It's hard to tell.
I think we can probably write it.
A more experienced biologist, I'm sure, put me out.
Because the thing is, we can't put it on the ROV until we're done with that sample.
So this net is event number 2, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
No. No. It's not.
And just so that you know, after we're done with the coral sampling, we're going to want to take a misting here.
Oh, you might actually, you might have to submit it, but it grabs that time that we touched it. So
Yes. Yes. Oh my God, it's my daddy.
Yeah, for pilots, is there much of a current right now down here? No.
Was this regarded as an easy? But I don't easy if you work right now.
Yeah, I mean it's not that hard. The only difficult part is
Grabs it
that stuff
at that
to go in the net like you want. It's just coming out, but yeah, it's not too hard.
Yeah, so for stabilizing the net, we do have a weight down in there. I think it was just a set of pliers, but not currently a strong current.
How far are you going?
We're going to stay in the same area, like where we are now. There's long chunks of quite originally there, or it's fallen off. So we're just going to
any of this, these big pieces down here
and just put it on top of it. Just because
is fair game.
scooping is just a riddle it is.
Where are we going to be putting this?
In that same bin that we just put the net, just on top of the net. Just gonna pile a bunch of rubble in there.
So it's the doors and the event.
Just to get a good look at that stuff.
It's all the same event.
Same event, yeah.
It's all
Yep.
yes, yellow mesh.
Good.
Not
Yeah,
the
Perfect. Yeah.
Just a bag of
Exactly.
Some of it will
Yeah,
be
which is
put
good.
on top.
Yeah,
been around for a while.
the brown manganese is a good indicator that it's been around for a while. So that's super useful.
Yeah, and plus, yes.
That's where the puzzle is.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're noting that we're putting loggers. You're noting that we're putting more coral on top, right? More pieces of coral on top. This is all the same event number 2. So event number 2 is going in, also in RV number 2.
That one got described for the first time in 2012. Yeah. There's a new species. Should be good.
All right, we've been having folks kind of trickling in, so for anyone just joining us, welcome. You are watching live footage from the remotely operated vehicle Sebastian, just over 500 meters below the surface of the ocean off the Galapagos. This is dive 577, not 557 as I misstated earlier, but 577, and it is the first dive for this expedition.
Well, when we're done with sample collection. That one is
And the title of this expedition kind of tells us what we're doing. This is the Vertical Reefs of the Galapagos expedition. So if you're tweeting about us, we're using the hashtag Cliff Reefs. But as the name implies, we are going to be looking at reefs, coral reefs, in this case cold water coral, as it's not shallow enough to be super toasty. But we are looking at reefs that are growing on these subsea cliffs. Right now we're just collecting up some coral fossils. This coral rubble down at the base of the cliff.
There's a definite sea pendulums in the dead coral, right?
if there's a free form, I'm not sure there's a free form. Or there should be a geological, biological observations.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
One more.
Yeah, if we could do one more. So.
Yes.
So it's still pretty early here for us. 4:30 in the morning on ship time.
Yeah, do you reckon?
Looking. We don't quite have sun peeking up over the horizon yet, but I'm going to hand my seat on over to Juliana, and I'll be back in a little bit.
Yeah, I was wondering whether.
We're just getting started with this dive, and just getting started with the expedition, so lots to see.
But he also wants, you see those, he's also wanting these branches, if you can.
It might be too hot, but we can do it.
Yeah, but that piece you have that you're maneuvering around is good.
This label's correct. Switch that you can pull that into and this just like see how we do.
This bigger chunks look quite brittle, so they just okay, they look quite brittle, those large chunks, so we can stick with
That piece is good.
Yeah, that piece is good, yeah.
But then we can go back and get another grab of some of the longer pieces, but they are pretty brittle.
Boy, yeah.
I mean, it probably was here somewhere.
Oh yeah, see all sorts of stuff living on those chunks, kind of.
Yeah.
It's horrible, but it's definitely not.
Sample, so once we're happy with that.
There's a lot of live biology in there. Yeah. It'd be really interesting to date this framework material and see how old this whole area was.
Yo creo que con poliureta, ¿no? Tienes razón, sí.
No, it's not a sample fossil.
Okay. Are you happy with that, James, or do you want one more?
Yeah. To be honest, we've got some good chunks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're good?
Yes.
Okay. So, thank you very much. Excellent sampling. I think next on the hit parade is doing a meniscus.
We might, I just don't know how much sediment might be up and around. So
You want us to?
Okay, hello everybody.
just
This is
a little
Juliana.
bit, I think.
Okay.
There was a fair bit of
We
So
have
maybe
just
if we could
completed
just
some
lateral to the
sediment
east a little
sampling,
bit along the base
and
there,
we're figuring
facing the
out
scarp
what
face.
we're going to do next as we
So we're,
explore
loggers, we're-
Crescent Mountain.
Right. Did we get that sample in? Yeah. We're gonna do a discount.
Yeah, we're just moving a little bit to the east.
Yeah. All right. Are you happy for the discount?
We're going to move a little bit to the east to probably, hopefully, get less sediment in our missions. Y el amarillo
No,
es ese es Johnson, ¿no? O California. Uno de los dos.
Struggling to pull right. I might be a little tight here.
This looks pretty clear right here. So I would, you can go ahead and stop.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get it. Do you have a preference on which Niskins you follow?
No, whichever is easiest for you guys. You can start with one, or I don't know how it works.
1 through 4 are the big ones. 5 and 6 are the smaller ones.
Kat, what size water bottle?
When it grabs the time that you
Oh,
use
hang on a
that.
sec, sorry. Kat, what volume water bottle do you want?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, so
The first one, I guess.
pilot's choice.
Let's go in order.
Sí, dos y dos.
Put a rubber band on 4.
¿Sí has visto estos? Ahí están. Sí. No, el bambú coral. Un bambú.
Okay.
Sí. Cuando miras, antes teníamos que hacer
They just took the Niskin.
pero hay un
Loggers, they just took the Niskin. Okay, got it. Niskin number 1 taken. So that was event number 3.
Number 3, but it's listed 1, so we need to have. One, and then it has to count.
Total lower
5
for you.
meters, that's
Okay.
right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
All right.
So, but then make sure you keep an eye on 400 meters.
There is that tiburoncito.
Another Niskin at 400 meters.
Me parece embarazada, ¿no?
Is it possible to back away a little bit from the scarp and to pan up to sort of get a bit of a panorama of kind of? Thanks.
Se le ve por Con esas hojas, no, pues yo le digo al copo, no, darle un poco una cosa que se come en la India, como los waffles con igual. No, tenemos una muestra.
So we are about an hour into our first dive, and we already collected our first geology samples. This is an exploratory and sampling dive on Crescent Seamount. We decided to add this dive a little bit last minute so that we had some sampling to work through over the night. And this is an area that hasn't been thoroughly observed before. Alvin has had one dive on the seamount, and it was a very pristine reef in the area that they found. And so our job here is to explore more of it and see what we find.
There is a bit of current now.
So you're basically heading due north right now, more or less.
Yep.
And we just came up to the top, which is about 5 meters. So we got this level. We're about 5 meters over this level here.
So I'm not 100% sure it was at the bottom.
What's that?
So I'm not 100% sure I was at the
You all the
bottom.
way at the bottom?
When I backed up, it looked like there was another little
sketch?
like it went down, maybe.
You want to go back and just check? That would be fun.
If you would like.
Yeah. Okay, we're now getting ready to maneuver to see exactly where the base of this wall is. So we're going to maybe go down a little bit. We're just backing down. The vehicle is basically backing up to the south. It's pointing north, but it's just backing down.
On that. Clear behind you. It's whatever you want. There you go.
I think that's pretty much it, right?
I think so. Yeah, it just continues. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, okay. All right, so we've got the base at about 505.
¿Cuál es la cuestión? ¿Está bien? Oye, mira, es el
All right.
es el
So when you're zoomed in like this, I'm just trying to figure out getting oriented to the lasers. So is it because you're panned down that I can't see the lasers?
They're there.
Where?
They're right there.
Sorry.
You go over the camera.
Shoot. Okay.
That is
Sorry.
a ghost
Too
track.
tiny. Okay, so right here.
A ghost
And they're 10
track.
centimeters, right?
That's right.
Microscopy.
Sorry.
Okay.
There's too much stuff on the cliff face. We didn't figure out where they are. All right. Nice chimera there. Lovely.
They're so curious.
Okay. I think so. My watch. I think I'm ready now to start moving to the east to go to the higher relief section of the ridge. Okay. So. As you can see, there's a lot of biology on the wall. There's good exposure of this rock, which we think is the central plug of the volcano. So
Esto que ves aquí es el cucumber.
Really? We've not seen that one before. Oh yeah, thanks for zooming in. Oh yeah.
and you see these are the cup corals that we're looking for.
Oh yeah.
These ones right here.
Yeah, that one.
These are the funnel shaped guys. These are in the lower center part of the screen. These ones, this one here. James? Hey, James, is this one here anything sort of, it has a weird morphology to it. Anything special or not?
It's a Fabina, so it's not a desmophilium.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's a Fabian. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but it doesn't have the crown is very different to desmophilium or sharp, unless it's eroded.
Right. And any value to having to collect these, James, or not?
If it's a case of quickly slurping up, for instance, some of these white ones are star asteroids, and then there's a couple of desmophilium cup corals like.
There's that one.
Yeah, or to the right there's
this one.
Yeah, with the they're definitely live and pink.
Are you in a place where you feel like you can steady up and use the suction sampler to suck these guys up?
Yeah, I'm just moving into the rock now.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'll get stable when we can do that.
But then you have particular interest star asteroids. There's any samples on there.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah, is there an always good? We're going to get the slurp out.
So, James?
Yep.
Is your idea that we basically use the suction tube and we just suck all these into one chamber?
Yeah, so we could go over the top of them, suck into one chamber, and that will be.
But wait, you want to put it in a quiver, or can we just suck it into one of the suctions? Because they don't have a grating on theirs.
The reason that
suck a bunch of them into one suction chamber.
oh yeah, yeah. If it
So
was stick in one
we
chamber, it's
are
fine.
Is that
in
okay
the
with you
middle
guys?
of this caldera.
I think, from my point of view,
Zoom out here.
Done screen. It's like the
We're at waypoint 1.
Of course.
And we're gonna head over to waypoint 2 and 3 to look at this raised area of interest.
yeah, if we get one star astrid and one
And then we will hop over to this ledge area to see what we can find on the vertical reef.
what's that? T4 camera.
Yeah, because these white star astrids,
Yeah.
the white corals are always seen everywhere. We often find them places where it's hard for other corals to live.
The iris on that.
So it's an interesting, yeah, it's an interesting observation.
It's really that bright thing.
Quite
Gotta keep that light.
Si no me equivoco, va a coger el slowdown.
I think as long as we grab deep into that jaw, you don't miss the blade. Yeah. I mean, so the blades are close to the tip, right? So reach deep, that way the blades are past.
So we're going to go for a couple of live corals. Just live corals. Star astrid and then coral.
Okay, the corals. I think that the main ones are coral.
And I think that is where the associate. Once you guys are done with that, we would like a snippet of the black hole, ideally with an associate on it. Is that possible?
Yeah. We'll see how we do.
Okay.
You think it is? The monitor in there is terrible.
And where?
In the conference room.
In the conference room?
Those parents of Apaches.
You can change the monitor. Ask one of these guys to switch.
No, I got this feed, but it's just so.
Oh, the monitor quality.
Just have to turn them down when you're talking, because otherwise it's just talking.
So we're gonna grab a piece of that black hole.
And can you tell us what chamber we're in?
Yeah.
Because you want.
So gravity, it's hard to get.
So,
Yeah.
Once you hit these, good.
okay, you guys see what I'm pointing here? We got these guys here are all good. And these white stylastrids here too.
And adjacent pieces. Any of those star astrids. We don't need much material at all. So
They are getting some couple
Sections off. So.
There's no volume on that either.
There's no what? Okay.
There you go. That's one. And we got a couple more in here.
They could also.
Okay. Say it.
As long as they have it out.
Yeah.
No,
that's probably enough compost, to be honest.
and
So if we can take a piece of the
stylastrid here.
white star astrid, yeah, whichever one's easy to access.
All these now.
I mean, if you
Oh yeah, these are fine. They're easy to fit in a bit better.
¿Están en el lugar correcto? ¿Están cubiertos? ¿Hicieron clic al lugar correcto?
Associates in that as well, which
yeah, that's good.
interest.
Yeah.
There we go. If we can get that piece in. That will be.
You want any more?
That's enough material from our.
You good?
You don't need any more.
If we could try the bit that we broke off, if we could try and get the rest of that yet. Just in case the biology team want.
Okay, so this is what event are we up to? Loggers? Hello?
Pardon me?
Loggers, what event are we up to?
We are next event is 4. Right now we're doing event 4.
Yes, because event 3 was in Iskin, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
None of the white pearl in, so you're probably gonna have to shake it.
Would you care if the last time we're in
No. Yeah. So from my point of view, that's good.
Still don't see any.
The stylasters are stuck in the hose somewhere.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Those are tough to suction out.
Maybe can you just go and get some additional pieces in here, or you think that that's going to clog the hose up?
Some of it might come through, but some of it will just get stuck. They get stuck on those ribs.
Yeah, right. They got a spiny. Yeah.
They're kind of fragile to the break.
Yeah, I mean, we can do that. The only other thing is, like, the bits that are stuck in the hose might be in another sample.
Yeah,
so
right.
be aware of that.
Yeah.
But that's not a problem.
Yeah.
So you guys still want it?
Yeah, let's give it another try.
That more of the white. Yep. Yeah. Kind of want to break it as you go. That way it's little small pieces to go through.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I mean, I can see that they're stuck down right here.
Yeah, I don't see any of it, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any of it either. Can you turn the suction off and then turn it back on again?
That's off.
So we just completed suction sampling some coral samples,
Try to turn it back on.
and what we're doing now is we're just wiggling the hose because we have to make sure all of our samples get all the way through the hose into our collector.
Yeah.
So we're gonna shake it until we can see on our cameras that they made it all the way home.
It's not going to cut it. Alright, kill the suction. And the next thing is they wanted to grab a bit of coral, so we'll be using the cutters.
Yeah, what?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So is the slurp gun it up?
No.
Or is it just...
No, it's
No.
working. It's working fine, but the thylasters are getting caught in the corrugations in the hose.
So, one suggestion, they want to get this black coral right here, pieces of it.
Okay.
That crab on there would be great to get. Maybe that's a suction sample in the same box. If they try to escape from behind, you probably know that. They go backwards when they swim.
That's not going to fit in there.
Yeah.
No way.
No.
Pretty big, isn't it?
There's two in there.
Is there a smaller one? That small one at the top?
Yeah.
There's that one.
Give it a shot. So go to section sampler 2.
You can go with one if you want to.
Oh, okay. Leave it
Yeah,
alone.
those are pretty different.
Okay, section's on.
there's a smaller one right here.
So we collected some silasters, right?
We did. It's in the hose someplace, but we don't. But it hasn't come into the chamber yet.
Yeah. It's a silaster. It's stuck in the hole, so it might not be the shape you want.
Maybe doing it. Yeah.
Nice try, buddy. Nice try. Oh.
I want to take a piece of the coral again.
They're just trying to.
Oh, it came out.
Sorry.
It's okay. No, it's all good.
So many crabs on it.
Section.
You want to get another?
I need to be higher for that anyways.
One, yeah.
Small ones on top.
Let me reposition. Maybe we could refly while you're trying to do that? I don't know.
So you know you're not so close.
Isn't it fine? I'm trying to hold right up in here.
But you can add a little bit of
Are we calling this the same event?
No.
We're calling it a different event.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
So
would be a different event.
event number 5.
Oh.
Pilaster pieces.
Yeah. There's that smaller one.
Yeah.
On the top.
This tiny one right here.
And you could maybe write the status in the hose.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
it's already there.
I was trying to chase that one, but
I have a feeling to try to cut it for like in the fluoride, I agree. For this one, I'm not sure if you start moving it and cutting it. I think by the time it's done, it's just fly off.
RV break.
RV.
Now we're trying to get.
Hey, morning. I need to bring the heading round about 20 to 30 degrees to starboard. Do you want to have me reposition slightly to the east?
Yeah, I think that's going to have you leading me up this hill once we start moving.
Okay, so yeah, the transit's going south, right?
No, it's going.
It's going south and east, but mostly east.
Okay, understood. So you don't want me to sort of come 50 meters ahead of you, ahead of 50 meters ahead?
if we can avoid it, that would be preferred for us because you'll be on top of the hill. We're afraid to drag our umbilical across the top of this hill, that's all.
Okay, understood. Alright, I'll stay.
Alright, yeah. There's one kind of in the back.
There's this guy here.
Yeah. Just kind of get it out. Maybe I'll just free fly it. That little guy first, and then the other guy on the left. Yeah, right in there. He's shifting. Alright, now that one at the top. Yeah, they.
Alright. Yeah, let's go. There you go.
Oh my God. the big one didn't have sense enough to move. All right.
I'm about to clear the Stilastrans out too.
He's in there.
All right, he's in there. Okay, so now we want a snippet of that coral, right?
Five.
Hey, hello, loggers.
Go with biological standard.
Loggers, we did get this we did get some crab. Now we want a piece of that black coral, right?
Yeah, this is where having the coral and the associated together, because now you can't log the spot lobster. You can log the spot lobster separately.
All right. Well, what we want to do is take a snippet of that and put it someplace. I guess you can't cut that with the cutter and then stick it in the same place, right?
We would have to cut it, set it down somewhere, and then have to stay.
Right.
There's a little bit of current, so I doubt it.
Yeah, right. So, but we can put it in one of the quivers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So let's just do that. How much of a frond that we do want with black coral? How much do we need?
Tim, you want a little bit, like?
I mean, it's a quiver, 2/3 of a quiver.
All right, so like 5, 6 inch piece.
Make clear in the notes that spot lobster was going to be on the piece.
The box is pretty well full.
What on your end? You saw where that black coral is?
Everything else should be wide open for it to focus, right?
Yeah, just kind of.
I think so, except for 8.
I think we have to.
They're going to have to be different events,
Clear
right?
that they're together. And if we were like cutting a piece, we were both together, then that would be one of them.
Right. So it's 2 events.
I think we have to go 2 events, otherwise we have 10 minutes in difference.
I think the black coral. Oh, that's it right there. Be careful of those blades when you try to get the caps off the jar.
Okay, we're just doing a quick wash change.
Pretty light, so.
We have Ben and Russ coming in on watch right now. And then we will go back in and grab a piece of that black coral and put it in a quiver.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
We have to change it.
We'll have to change
Yeah,
that.
we were trying to remember which one. It's up to the right.
Yeah,
it's up to the right.
Back and from now on,
center top of the screen.
changes to that.
It's that guy right there.
Me first, just because we've discussed those.
And we're trying to get about a 6 inch piece of the one of the frond tips.
Because I thought we couldn't
Put
change
that
it
in one
once
of the
we
quivers.
started logging.
Yeah, this guy right here. So some section of that.
The black coral, yeah.
Now we're going to black coral, and the black coral is going to be in the first.
Sideys.
Because you can coral quiver. Can we control where it's going?
Yeah.
We send it to the first.
We'll send it to the
First coral quiver.
well, we're gonna send it to the coral quiver that
Number 1.
the pilots are most easily able to reach, which is probably the one.
What if we coral quiver we send it?
You can see the numbers.
An update for the bio application. Just like ticket, the first ticket that goes on each box. And the monster list is
Yes. Yeah.
no es un número. En el evento y el nombre del box. No, pero eso tiene que ser como reservation. Si se va a poner dos eventos
So we're gonna loggers, Salome, loggers. So we're going to be putting the frond that they're going to take with this black coral, and we're going to put it in the quiver number 1. You see, he's just opened that up. Okay. So that's going to be event number 6, right? You good on event numbers?
Bank number
6.
no, event number 5.
Event number 5 was.
No, wait.
So well,
5 is the squat loss.
5 is the squat lock,
Yes, 6 is the
right? In chamber number 1.
in chamber number 1.
Right.
Why is it different?
Say 5 is the black one.
No, it's squat loss.
That's perfect. Okay, we just took that sample of the frond of the black coral. These guys don't waste any time.
Okay, so that's squat loss. And that's going in number 1.
Number 1, that's correct.
La Coral acaba de mencionar. But I'm reporting that Black Coral happening. Six.
05 seems to
006. That's going in 4.
Okay, well done.
That's right.
So, so by my count, we've done okay now. We're ready to move. Okay.
Yes,
Is that,
yes.
Is that all right?
Please, let's start doing some video. We're still at Waypoint 1.
What would be your preference? Do you want to try to move along the base for like 50 meters, 60 meters, and then go up and see?
Come back down.
Yeah. Because I think if we do that and get a sense of what the different parts of the cliff face looks like, then we'll have a better sense of where we're going.
So is your thoughts about what it might be similar?
Yeah.
Confirms what?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be amazed if it was like diagonally, sort of. Yeah.
That's number 1 secure.
The fact its position and its character, I don't see how it would be anything else. Yeah. Okay, so we're ready to move, and I don't know how, in terms of coordinating with the ship, because we're now going to want to start. We're going to want to follow the base east a little bit, get a little bit away from it, but we want to get a sense of what the character is, and then we're going to want to go up, and then we're going to want to go back down, and then go east again and up. So we're going to want to make several passes up and down to get a sense of what this cliff face looks like.
We'll have to keep the ship behind us all the time, just to make sure that people are all basically.
Sure, that's fine. I'm relying on you guys to do that, so I don't get in trouble. So, and the other thing to keep in mind is with the meso camera on the porch, if we've got cool stuff in front, then you can just move up a little bit and make sure you have it framed, and just hold it there, and then we can keep going. So. Did you guys take some snaps of the black coral with the crabs and stuff on it?
I don't know. They're busy right now.
Okay. All right.
We can always extract it from the.
Okay.
So, what we would do is take the sample and look at everything that was a sample and write down the event number and what it was in. So let's say the black hole right now is event 6 and equivalent 1. So when it gets transferred into a bucket, that exact kind of goes there. So when it's brought to us, just so we know, Dan, we have an A snap where it's from.
So, yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh.
Here, when you don't snap, you have an A snap interval of 10 seconds. So,
Thank you. Great.
no, but it's.
And did you confirm that the resolution of the A snaps is at okay?
I'm waiting for a response.
Thanks. Okay. All right. So we are now headed to 53. Okay, good.
No, it was gonna be. It was gonna someone else. when we're towards the end, it's already divided on this paper, like small bits, and we're going to cut it. So,
I mean, usually I just have like, have to dive and then
So on this map here, that the white track is all of the spaghetti that we've been doing recently, right? Okay. All right. So
I mean, if you want, in the description.
so I'm fine with you sort of making tracks now along the base. Is the camera zoomed out?
You have it written there, you have it written there, you have it written there.
Yeah, no, but it's just
So it's zoomed out all the way. Great. So it's zoomed out. The torch is in.
You can go
a little faster. If you're comfortable, go a little faster.
It won't be in the sample thing. Like the sample is just like the whole event plus your biological sample.
Yeah.
I know. Yes.
And this is not going to be.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. No, that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, this won't be. We're going to create. We're going to give everything it's needed, and it's going to go to the current system.
Reg, are we, that's an updated waypoint for you?
Adding within the number, unique number. We're not like adding. It's only the current system.
The parent is just in the spreadsheet.
Yeah, we're just doing it.
Okay, so we are happy with what we found and did at Waypoint 1. We are going to continue to the east to Waypoint 2, and then slowly make our way upslope and explore a more vertical wall. So right now we're in the middle of this caldera here. Waypoint 2 and 3 is this center area, and then eventually we will make our way to that pink area on top to end the dive. This dive, our original estimates will be roughly 12 hours.
You could probably go forward a little bit and closer towards the face.
Allows for, let's say, I'm away, and person like they're doing the laundry.
And is the Sula's camera pretty much pointing straight ahead?
Okay. And there's no concern of like, what was the next number that was going to go next? You see what I mean?
Yeah, no, I see. It's just a lot harder if you're making mistakes and if there is no going back.
Oh, man. Reg, are we?
But you have no, well, I guess you have to.
Yeah, you might not have to there also in the other system. Eventually it gets random anyway. Because people are gonna add more ones, add more things that didn't come in, and then there's even assumptions also being made. There's a relationship
am I seeing the lasers? I'm having trouble seeing the lasers. The lasers are on, right?
Yeah, Reg, I'm not sure if you hear me. Lasers on.
Lasers are on. Okay, and maybe do we need to pan up a little bit in order for me to see it?
Anyway, I have just to give you an idea, right? So I'm just flying my sets.
Probably you could just go up and down instead of side to side.
So I had these basically
Oh yeah, there they are. Okay, I see them. There they are. Right here.
All day, I should do it. Zigzag up and down. Right?
It's not all sample, some is water.
Well, they can.
Yeah.
Alright, come on.
¿A qué rato tú tienes que hacer el agua y el gancho?
Yeah, just that'll be fine. Appreciate it.
Pero el pH se cambia rapidísimo, tienes que hacerlo lo más rápido posible. Sí, porque el agua es muy sensible el pH del agua.
It's okay, let's just keep going. I think this is a piece of the wall that sort of came off. I think the wall is behind us here. We're heading towards it.
Heading towards it.
Y los nuestros que agua que van a hacer, que más van a hacer sobre el
And do you usually have your blue view on so we can see where the cliff face is in front of us?
Oh, sonar's right over.
Okay. Right.
That's the wall.
¿Te acuerdas que les dije vamos a botar un número en cada jugo? Estoy equivocada con esto. No pasa nada. El número está bien, sino que me salté un paso. Y el paso es el papel que siempre se pone en los jugos, es el evento. Y el nombre del box. Es así. Solo un evento podría ser, pero cuando tenemos los eventos de construir, porque si tienes
Juliana, could you move the map so that I'm seeing more zoomed in on the feature we're on? Yeah. Thank you. No, the other way. Swivel to the right. Yeah, perfect. That's fine. Yeah.
I was so good for him.
So I think you're going to want to go more north to get back up to the cliff face.
Roger that.
Lo que estoy diciendo es que no vamos a usar que eso no vamos a usar para eso sí, pero para ayudar para hacer es que hablé con James vamos a poner que no ponemos números sino ponemos primero el nombre del exército y el
I'm going to do is I'm going to put the sonar on your side. Yeah, let's like it.
Sorry. I think it's on the walls right there.
Yeah, this is a bit of a rubble field of stuff that fell off the dike wall. That's just sort of strewn around here.
So I'm going to head northeast.
Yeah, northeast.
Yeah, I bring the head round.
Yeah, well, that's the kind of stuff I think starboard going to keep.
So we're up at 491 now.
We would just drive the other way around sandy area of the street. Doesn't look like.
So
Often you get like a good thing around.
you're heading north. So you're heading southwest or southeast, right? That's right. So you're heading 149.
Yeah. Also, you can't really tell until you get
I'd like to come back around the north. Well, I'm just trying to orient myself. What's that? I mean, the feature is basically trending east-west. No, not exactly. So the feature is basically trending to the northwest-southeast. So you're parallel to it right now along this heading. Yeah, so it's all about southeast. So no, I'm just reorienting myself to this. We're now up towards the top because we're at 488.
To get the change of shift.
You want to keep climbing?
Let's go see let's go see where the top is. So that would mean coming back around to the north a bit, or the northeast.
This is the right northwest height.
That is the slope right there.
Oh, it is a
Well, is that this portion? Along in the fall.
Yeah.
Yes, that was good. No, for you, because you have to be back up for your biological processing.
Okay, so now we're coming to the base of something.
Waypoint. Here we go.
Okay, so
Are we updated with
Looking east right now, so left to right.
so you're heading east right now. And yeah. Well, it's a part of the top of the wall. So because we're 483, but that's good. And so let's just follow it up to the right.
Yeah. Whereas the first place we did the depth.
So is the
big chunks.
So that's the rear view. That's the SOI.
Yeah,
So
following that. Can we, I mean, this is a bit of a rough structure. Are we able to fly or see a little closer? Like, the biology is hard to identify.
Sure. So can you just stop for 1 second then? So I guess what I'm trying to get a sense of too is the scale of what you think is going to be a reasonable chunk of it. Right here, it looks like there's a couple of meters of relief, right? But it's pretty steep and it's got a bunch of biology on it. So how would you like to have a look at this? Basically, do you want, because he's how far are you away from the wall now? You're 5 meters or so away, based on the rooms that I've seen. Yeah. So you want him to get closer, or you want me to zoom in? Basically.
Well, that is a question for the RV. Are they comfortable flying closer? If not, we should zoom in a little bit.
You can fly closer and zoom in as well.
Okay.
Try to fly closer, zoom in. You can zoom in because I'm just flying this way.
So now we're starting to be at the range that we can have a chance of
because you want to be about 2 meters.
2 meters, yeah. Like this is starting to be.
That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, this is good. We can see.
So do we want to note in there? I can't remember how you guys left it in terms of event, some sort of a record of places that would be good to go back to. I guess. Did you guys do that in the Ceylon? Is there a category for?
Don't think there's a mapping target.
We can actually, I can take a mark.
Oh, you can target
from the vehicle. I can actually see right now. Just tell me what you want. I'll just take kind of like a marker.
Yeah. So I would
mapping
say
target.
Right. Yeah. If you could do that, and do we have a way of logging that?
I'll try and get it in the Ceylon, like some sort of an observation.
Just tell us how you want to name it, like this one marker or coral.
Well,
marker one.
What do you guys have for options? Are you guys typing it in, or are you?
Yeah, I'm just typing it in. Coral 1 or whatever.
Well, I would do it as MT, mapping target 1. Yeah, MT1. Is that okay with you, Kat?
Yeah.
MT1. So at this time, 11:22.
But as a geological substrate observation, should have had that. Just somewhere that we might want to come back. Scanner, because it's got a lot of, it's a relatively small feature with a lot of complexity.
Yeah.
Lots of different fauna. Yeah, they've dropped an ROV point as well.
You said that was MT1, right?
MT1.
So I put it as a marker, so now when you go back, all the data's in there, so you can get on it flat logs.
Great.
Perfect.
Okay.
For waypoints, do you normally just keep all the waypoints that we give you throughout the SOI?
Yeah, so
Next dive, I start at
next
waypoint
dive,
7.
I'll load them all in prior to the dive, and then we'll have all that laid out on the chart.
But do you keep a record of waypoint 1 as well in this dive? Like if we come back here and I'm like, I want to go back to waypoint 1, you'd have it?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
So right now we are heading southeast, east-southeast, and that means why don't we just for a moment, because this actually is interesting, can we just sort of just go across and look at this other face? So we see this face here. Let's just look on the other side of it for a minute. You can move sort of forward and to the left if you want to. So this gives you a sense, Cat, of the other side of it. So he's now swiveling more, looking south. So we're looking at the northeast face of it, or the northeast side of it. I'm pretty much zoomed out, so I'm wide open here.
From a biological standpoint, we want to be closer in because we can't count that level of organism. We can't see the lasers.
Right. No. Right. I was just trying to get a sense of the
scale.
And sort of the sort of structure, because you can see there's a bunch of overhangs in here.
And all the corals are right there.
Right.
You want to look more into that?
Yeah.
Get closer.
You want me to zoom in?
Get closer.
Is that degree of rugosity and sort of complexity up there going to be a problem in terms of, in other words, how much can the laser deal with having that kind of a void, not void space, but a sort of a re-entrant, if you will, to the
the overhang will be a little tricky depending on the angle that we set.
Right.
We might, it's looking vertical to down, so we can't look up.
Right.
That's where the multi-beam on the side.
Right. And I guess the other thing I was wondering about is the difference in this side versus the other side, right? That might be.
That's part of the question, right? Because that's where you have the finer scale interaction with flows and where the DVL measurements.
Right.
Okay.
Well, this is pretty good.
This is beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. Is this all the same kind of coral, or is it like a bunch of different ones? Looks like a bunch of different ones, right?
There's
at least 3 or 4 types. Hey, James.
Yeah.
Is this like 3 or 4 different types of corals that we're seeing here?
Yeah,
on
we were
this?
just discussing that. We've got the reddish pink ones, which look like magic core, right? Yeah. Thanks for that. Do you know what there's kind of large yellowish branches as well?
I can't.
No, era amarillito. Entonces,
Dead river there.
Okay. Are we
keep going.
Okay. All right. So we have a good target here. We have a mapping target here. All right. So I would say let's go on top and let's keep following this then down to the southeast. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just
fish.
Ben, if you have a look at my map here, so it's this feature here that we're on. We're on this end of it, on this northwest end of it, and so we're going to be following here. It's going to have more relief as we keep going to the south.
We'll just go on top of this and just keep going.
I would say let's go on top and let's go 50, 100 meters, and then we'll want to go down it on the south face, and maybe come back up over the east and do the same thing and try to find good spots for Kat to be able to do the map that she wants. So the top of the feature right here is at about 475 meters. So I can follow this right here, and if I put my cursor where 475 is, it's right. So this is where we are on this feature. What's that?
Barely.
Well, yeah. Well, we're still getting oriented on it, right? Okay. So.
Can we get a little closer?
Sure. We're up at well, we're 3 meters, so we want to be. Do you want him to be closer? 2 meters altitude?
Yep.
To fly?
I mean, whatever is safe
Yeah.
for the RV to fly in, and then we can.
Yeah,
adjust the
2
camera
meters
for
is
us.
good. My natural inclination is not to zoom in, so I can see what I'm
what's
doing.
going on,
But if you want me to zoom in, I'm happy to do that. A little bit. Okay, that's all zoomed out. Yep, too much.
Yeah, pretty much hugging the floor.
How about that?
I'll let you do the camera. I'm just gonna fly with
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. You want it's more zoomed, Kat?
Tad more, unless we can go closer.
How about that?
Yeah.
Is that
There
good?
we go. Yeah.
Okay, you see the laser dots, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just what we need.
All right, so, yep, okay, you're on a good heading.
So head for the wall.
What's that?
To set up.
Yeah, just keep going on a heading. I mean, this ought to be 130 or so, right? 127. Yeah, that's fine. And you're pretty much on top of it right here. 473. Yeah, you're about right there. At some point in a couple hundred meters down feature, it'll start being a bit sharper slope up on the top. So
I'm gonna zoom out a bit.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I know.
There's not a lot of
Yeah.
picture.
Okay. And can I pan up a little bit?
Sure.
And is the camera lateraled out all the way, or is the camera tucked back in?
It's all out.
It's out. Okay, good.
Cool. We'll see there.
Okay, so see now we can't see the lasers. Possibly either we're too far.
Oh, they're right there. Yeah, I know. I have a hard time focusing on them too. Yeah, so now they're right here.
Yeah. But yeah, that's when we start getting a bit far.
I'm moving the floor.
Yeah.
This camera is on. If you want to point it down.
But are we updated waypoint?
RV bridge updated waypoint.
But from the point of view of doing traverse and sort of a transect, this is okay?
Yeah.
In terms of what, is it out?
Yeah, it's not very risky at all. There's not as much on the top.
Oh, yeah. No, interesting, but there's not as much open available substrate.
No, it's what speeds are we going at? Where's that?
0.1.
We're not going to make it to the end.
We can go a little faster if you're okay with it. Can we go like 0.3?
You can go as fast as you know. It's up to you.
What's that?
It's up to you how fast.
Yeah, I think
sure.
Let's try 0.3.
Let's try 0.3 and see how we do.
If you're comfortable with that. And slightly more down if possible.
More down on my camera?
No, sorry, on the height of the vehicle.
Oh, okay. Right, altitude of 2 or so.
You gotta have fine balance between going fast.
Yeah, that's true.
Went past a little octopus there.
1.5.
For anyone just joining us, we are about 469 meters right now, working our way along this feature. You are watching live footage from the remotely operated vehicle Sebastian. And this is dive 577, and the first dive of this expedition. Bottom time for this dive, we're currently planning for about 12 hours total bottom time.
Loggers, you doing okay back there? Yes. Everything okay?
Yeah.
You might want to get the loggers this side here next dive, I think. Like closer to top as opposed to across.
Yeah, that's usually where they end up. Yeah. So again, this is the first dive of this expedition, the Vertical Reefs of the Galapagos expedition. For social media and the like, we're using hashtag Cliff Reefs. And as you saw just a little while ago, there are areas here with very abundant corals. So these cold water corals that dwell on these cliffs here, they're sort of understudied. They are more difficult to get a grasp on as far as the terrain that they're on. These cliffs are difficult to really understand from typical bathymetric mapping, because that mapping is done from the top down, sort of a bird's eye view. And of course, that way, a cliff is just going to seem like a kind of a stark line that's shallow on one end, and on the other side of the line, it'll be deeper. But we are hoping through this expedition and through the use of ROV Sebastian to map these cliffs and get a better understanding of the corals that are on them. So right now we are just making our way along, just not really stopping for anything in particular, but just cruising. You can see sort of at the middle of the screen little below, halfway up the screen, there's 2 green dots. Those are our scale lasers. So 2 laser dots that are 10 centimeters apart. And that just allows scientists, both now and also, reviewing this footage later, to better size up things on the screen.
Why don't we just stop here for a second? Want to go ahead. I think basically we want to head southwest. And that's going to drive you off the top of the ridge. And
you can come and hold stop there and change our route.
Yeah, we're gonna head southwest just for a little bit. Not for very good. Probably won't take more than 100 meters to go.
That's fine.
And
Just
go down.
gives it the heads up so you can slow down a little bit.
Exactly. Right.
So go 100 meters away. Sort of an angle here, so we'll back our way. Good job, B. There's your updated waypoint now.
Updated waypoint.
Crabby went away sideways. This one is if I could pay itself.
So your point is southwest, right? But we definitely want to go down to the southwest and get. And you're going to be going down about maybe 25 meters, maybe 30 meters. Should be to the bottom. So we're now making a traverse down to the. We're now making a traverse down the slope of the down the cliff face. Yeah, I don't. That's maybe a little bit too much. I would maybe head more. 220.
Okay, 30 degrees to approach.
What's that? He's alright. Well, there might be some re-entrance to this thing, but it should be coming off though. How about if you head due south?
South.
Yeah, I mean southwest takes us off the top of the feature.
Pero yo no podía reconocer, puede ser esto, puede
I'm wondering if I don't think we're on the north side of it, so. So we're now heading south, and we're going uphill. Yeah. Okay. So let's just keep going like this for minutes. Exactly.
Oh, we helped start there. They're down.
What's that? Yeah, that's fine. Let's just keep going. I think that we were on the north side.
So this dive, kind of a shakedown for this expedition. Again, we're expecting a bottom time of about 12 hours or so, but after this, we won't be diving again for a little bit, and that'll give the scientists some time to take a look at this dive, reflect on not only what they've seen, but what it might mean for collecting and mapping. There's equipment that we're going to have to swap on and off of the ROV throughout this expedition. And so just kind of figuring out the best way to approach all that.
So this is the. So let's just hold this here for a sec, Ken. So this is the capital. Okay, so just so everybody orients themselves. So this is now we're up at 452 meters. This is the top where the vehicle is heading southwest. So we're now looking down to the southwest on this this sort of south-facing part of the scarp. So we're looking downhill now. So what I'm going to ask him to do is keep going straight, and then drop down, and then we'll climb back up this wall to see what it looks like. Okay, is that okay with you guys? Okay. So and my guess is you're going to be. Hold on a second. Let me just find out where I am. Yeah. So you have from the top. Probably have about 50 meters or so horizontal to go. I know it's not easy for you to follow it down, but
I could just turn it
and follow down. Is that okay? All right. Yeah, because you have blue water out to the southwest.
Or just do sideways, whichever.
Okay.
You want to do that now?
Yeah. So we're ready to do that now.
So I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a 180. Yes. 180.
Yeah.
Sort of a crab my way down. Like this angle.
So this is, so we were on the north side of it, so we climbed up the wall. And now we're gonna go out to the southwest and go down to the bottom.
No, this new stuff is not moving anymore.
I'm sorry, say again?
This one,
Which,
the flayed mouse.
I don't know what it's doing. I have a hard time following it because it's in that perspective, and so I can't tell what's in.
Is it? Okay.
There's not a lot of features right there.
Is that?
I don't think there's a lot of features on here. Following it down. That was it. You want to move down, right?
Yeah, you should still be able to go down a bit. You should be able to go down to about 480 or so.
I'm going to look downhill. See if there's anything there.
Yeah.
Reg, are we updating
Yeah, there you go.
Waypoint?
Yeah, there's more slope down.
Okay.
Updated waypoint.
It's probably got some benches on it for sure.
That's a nice one.
It's a nice one.
Is the sponges right?
Last one.
Yep.
Go down.
What do you think about it? I mean, the more I get a sense of just how sort of complex this feature is, it's not like a sheer wall.
No. You can see in the multi-beam if you looked at
The new multi-beam.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so it may mean that you're going to do it in patches. Maybe that way, sort of specific
sections.
You coming down?
Yep. I think would be great.
The lower camera, the depth camera is interesting. So you can see the corals are all on one side, nothing on the back side.
Right.
Happy? Coming down.
Yeah.
Can you keep coming down, Dan?
Yep. We should. Where are we at? 460. I think that we still have another at least 10, maybe 20 meters to go to the bottom.
Here you go. Down we go. You might want to move the ship a little closer to us.
I am in the process.
You're about 5 meters off right now.
Okay. Reg, RV, update waypoint.
This seems like pretty good section.
Yeah.
You okay then? You doing right?
Yeah, just let us know if you want to take any more like target waypoints.
Yeah, we're probably going to do that as we go up. We wanted to get to the base, and then we'll sort of make an ascent and basically have a look around so that Kat can get a sense of what this part of it looks like. Did you and Irma decide whether you're going to go this way or going to go that way, or
I mean,
how is that going?
for the laser has to go up and down.
Has to be.
Well, only up, but I'm not sure. I mean, we can go down, but it depends on how comfortable we are flying very close to the wall.
Right.
Going down.
Yeah.
We're very close to the wall right now.
Yeah, that's it. I mean,
he's doing a pretty good job
this
right
would
now.
Work.
Because you're like 2.5 meters from the wall right now. So we're 470. Getting there.
Less here.
So
There's less
there's less right in this area than up above for sure. Interesting, it's only whatever 20 meters difference, right? Good flying, Ben. Cheers. We're 75. Should be getting close to the bottom.
Are you wanting to sample anything at the bottom there?
What's that?
Are you wanting to sample anything at the bottom?
No. I will want to get maybe another rock, maybe two, but I think now we just want to try to make tracks and cover as much of it as we can. I mean, if there is some special biology that we're seeing, then somebody needs to tell us. But otherwise, we're just going to try to get a better sense of the different areas along the cliff face to guide Kat and in terms of where she might want to do the mapping.
Sounds good.
So down here is not as interesting, right? Because it's biology.
Yeah.
So you don't really care about mapping sort of a in other words, you need a control area.
I mean, we want to see a range, so I'm interested in seeing that yes, indeed, there is seems to be less down here.
Right. I mean, there's thalastrids, there are some critters.
Because there's the mapping component, and then there's the video analysis component.
Right.
So, this covering ground is what you need for the video analysis.
480. Okay, so getting there. Still looks like we got some. We got 5 meters below your midsection here. you ever get a sense of whether they know the CTVs?
So yeah, it's kind of flat in that area.
Roger.
We are almost at the lab. Very close there.
I think this is good. You can just hold here for a second. So, 58.
Sorry, Ben, I was going to scroll the other way.
So it's cruising again.
Yep, okay, so that's good. Okay, so I guess what I'd like to do now is, so we traversed down the cliff face, right? The cliff is still, so it's trending to the southeast. So if we now head up and basically ascend it while we're heading up to the northeast, right? That should work out okay. And that way we'll also be making some headway east.
Okay,
so we're going to be moving.
You can come to no stop there. I'm going to reposition.
We're going to be moving. We're going to have him come northeast. So
because it'd be good to at least like get some of the larger
areas. Right. Is that?
Yeah, that's where we are.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you can come to no stop, but I'm just going to reposition your waypoint.
Yeah, okay.
Can we start climbing?
Yeah, please. Okay, so we're going to start to do a traverse diagonally up the.
RV, that's your updated waypoint.
Okay. Going up to the northeast.
Okay, getting underway.
Where I don't want to get too close right now.
That's fine.
In case there's an overhang.
Slow down a touch, Fred, just to get used to catch up here. I want to get him ahead.
In the log, we're making some observations about densities of different kinds of
You guys have
corals.
any notes as well? Observations and stuff?
Yeah, we
compared to the target groups?
We noticed as we came down that there was less biology in a certain sense than there was up at the top. So we're assuming you guys are making some comments in the log.
Ellen? Dan is trying to.
Yeah, but you're making comments about what you're observing in the sea log, right? It's not just about samples; it's also about running observations, right? Okay, because it's better to do that now while we're looking at it. Otherwise, you have to go and look at all of the video again and make the comments.
I mean, we'll be watching. Right. We got to count every single organism that you see right there.
Oh
so
my God, yes.
Someone is going to spend a few days looking at this single dive.
So there's some more coral rubble, for instance. So it'd be good to make note of where you see the coral rubble in various areas. that's a useful thing to comment on. And in addition to the distribution of the different animals. And you can, I don't know how fast you feel like you can go, but faster is better if you can, whatever you're comfortable with.
You can go fast, but you're not going to see anything.
What's that?
You can go fast, but you're not going to see anything. Yeah. There got to be a fine balance.
Just a little slower where it's saying, I'm trying to get the ship to move up to the north.
Sure.
Just
Okay.
so we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once he gets moving, he's fine. It just takes him a little bit to change direction.
Because say that's like it, right? It's the deep sea question. Oh yeah.
Octopus.
Yeah. Oh, that there we go.
So can you show us biological observation? But this is not the one we have to sample.
Yeah, but not this one. Not right now.
We have to need that and watch.
Not on my watch. Poor thing.
Nice dress, nice dress.
Hide. Hide. I'm very afraid.
Very afraid.
Sure.
Hey,
Highlights.
Yeah, definitely highlight.
There's some lines over there, scallops.
Oh, you gonna hide?
Moving forward.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, enough. Octopus ogling.
Because we have no range. Very good distance away. Roger.
These big sponges, these big white things.
I think so.
Yeah.
happen then? Do you want us to?
Geological, you should describe one, because here there is ecological observation. So, for if we are doing biological observation.
No, you have to kind of do a little bit of both. Well, substrate.
We're doing substance observation, and we're doing biological observation, but it's also geological observation, so I don't know what.
Well, that's why I want you guys sitting closer to Dan, so you can sort of listen to what he's able to say. But we can't have everyone annotate every guy because we want to turn around, right?
So we will. When you guys want to switch, you can basically tell us and we can start whenever.
Yeah, I think you guys have to walk here. And we can do that.
You think you're up on the top already, or
Oh, it's still climbing.
you're still climbing?
So do you guys want to carry on annotating for a bit, or should we switch now?
in half an hour, something like that.
Yeah.
You want?
We can do 2 shifts of 2 hours.
Though I think you two should not be annotating together. At the beginning, that works fine, but I think if we split, that'll make more sense of the knowledge.
Switching every
2 hours.
something like that. There's nobody else.
It's less and less observation.
Yeah, less and less, yes. Okay, this hour.
Should we switch
Or
on at
sit.
like 12:30?
Computers over there.
Here.
It's a slight slope now here down.
Yeah.
It's trending to the right a little bit.
Right.
Are we back on the top?
See it?
Yeah, looks like it.
Almost.
Can you follow it down to the
Top?
down more to the
Right?
east? Yeah. Is it possible to zoom the main map out so we could see where our second waypoint is? Which we picked. Yeah. Okay. So, right. Right. So we want to head to waypoint 2, basically. But we want to do it so that we're sort of along the top edge. Yeah, so I think if we can have the ship sort of get ahead of us and follow us, and then we can keep going down.
So how about
What is the depth at waypoint 2?
What's that?
walk
depth
in
is
one
at waypoint
person?
two?
So Belen,
The depth at
do you want
waypoint 2?
to
I mean,
break
it's.
for a walk? 'Cause I don't
Hold on a
want
second.
both of you to be leaving. So we want to get someone else who's the train doing it, and then that person to go. Then
380 or something like that.
Okay. So I'd still rather have the vessel behind me.
Oh, that's fine. Whatever you want.
That's okay.
I didn't know if you wanted it to be following.
It's just
you
that I
like
usually
that.
try and keep him in deeper water, just the way the people sits.
What sort of a leash do you guys have in terms of tether?
Exactly. Yeah, I think that.
Well, I've got a 60-meter delta right now.
James,
Okay.
you're up for it?
Oh, that's
Or-
fine. As long as we're not tugging you or you're struggling
No,
against it. Whatever you want.
It's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Now I know what direction we're going
All right.
Yeah. No, well, that's why I wanted to have that second waypoint on there, so you guys had a sense of what we were doing.
That's perfect. Very good.
Unfortunately, the map is not as detailed as the one that
Also,
was
don't
just made.
forget
It's not.
breakfast time.
yes.
So usually you're gonna come back.
I can take mine.
Someone has to come back and swap. So if you're
So
not in the logging
you're
van, you go
flying
eat first for that
Gotcha,
half
Robbie.
an hour,
Update
and then you
waypoint.
come and change the person that's the people that are in the van, so they
Update the
can go
waypoint.
eat for half an hour, and they might be able to come back.
So who are we switching up right now?
I am scrubbing the
Can't do that there, Ben. Yeah.
Okay, you guys can switch it.
Seven. Food is 7 to 8. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we'll swap with you at
7:30.
7:30, which is an hour ago.
So I go with him now.
Huh?
I go with you now and you stay with the other side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you done?
It doesn't really matter.
And do you need this one? Because here I have some time.
And what are you making for speed? 0.4?
Okay, we're just fine.
And do
The
you
speed,
need more
just gotta get there, right?
for a drive?
I think for now that would be a good idea.
So you can hear commotion in the background as we're shuffling some folks around.
Belen and Kat?
I want to stay with you, but she's saying that we should divide. You stay and I go.
Straightforward.
No, I go now. I go with James.
You can also hear Dan speaking with the pilots there, sort of coordinating our move, where we're going.
Good job, that's not the Waypoint. Can we ever speak to Mike Ford, please?
I mean,
You can see there,
someone is always
we're sort of scooting along. We're in between 1 and 2. We're hoping to make it all the way over to 3, but might run out of time. So let's see how it goes.
Mapping target. MT2. Loggers, I just asked them to drop a mapping target 2, MT2 here. Okay, this is sort of the top of the scarp. We're going to motor to try to get to that waypoint.
Yeah.
Next, right, and then we'll do some other traverses. But this looked interesting, so. Okay, but you can keep going.
We're going downhill then.
What's that?
We're going downhill.
Yeah, we didn't put it.
But you're heading 140.
We're still heading forward.
Yeah, you don't want to turn and go parallel to
Yeah,
this
it's not
and
that.
head there.
So I've just put in.
Is that going to take us away from the?
Not a little bit, yeah, because I gotta fly out that way straight, and we're not gonna be looking at this. The wall's going to my left.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
What do you want to do?
I think we need to go to that target. Okay, let's go to that target. It's going to be steeper there, and we need to spend some time there. But if we can get a little bit closer to the bottom, that'd be good.
Okay, in which
I've
case
slowed
we don't
down a
need
little
some. This is where eventually we just need one person talking because we're getting double. So she's
I'm
already
just
had
gonna
it.
slow down over here a little bit. Dan, just for let the ship catch up.
Yes.
Yeah, we just didn't create a map.
It's currently about 6:15 in the morning here, ship time. As we're up away from the slope here real quick, I'll toss on over, take a look at the sunrise. You can see it is overcast today. So we'll see if that plays nicely with our stream or not. Stream's been pretty solid so far, but never know. And we'll do our best to keep it nice and steady.
That's okay.
See anything interesting there while we're waiting?
Was that?
See anything interesting you want to look at while we're waiting?
You can turn into the face if you want, but it'll get you too disoriented. Those grids are now 100 meters?
Yes.
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah. Yeah, who's gonna call it, but then you have to write it down sometimes. So, like the marking target, for example.
Okay, but if you want me to make a mapping target,
yes.
Right.
because I'm sure if somebody else is doing it.
No, well, they are doing it.
Yeah.
They have an image system, that's why I just called out.
And they can mark it.
Yeah, and we just hear about it being time. So you just look at it in there, red one, one there, say. We asked the pilots to make mapping target. So yeah. Yeah, I'm still with it.
Yeah.
A few minutes.
Are we just waiting for the ship?
Yeah. Kate, right? Kate?
Cat.
You get there, right?
Someday I'll get her name.
There's a lot of new names to write to learn this stuff.
So we have the cheat sheet.
Yes, yes. Well, that's what we need a cheat sheet for everyone else. I saw that was one from the previous expedition.
The last person, Rachel, what's her name? The rock lady. Dr. Rock Lady.
Dr. Rock Lady.
Okay, Kat.
Yeah.
Are we chilling, waiting for the ship?
Yeah.
At the moment?
Yeah.
Would it be alright if we like zoom in on some of this, like, you know, the sediment, just to see if it's coral rubble? Like, I can't really tell what some of the dark patches are.
Yeah.
Just to see, like,
Right there?
what it is. Yeah.
Okay, let me get you closer.
I see some little bits of coral or not.
Maybe in the up there.
Cool. I'll let you zoom in on Cat. Whatever you want to look at.
Is that good enough, James?
Yeah, that's good. Sorry, I'm just taking a look. So there are a few branches in there.
Like on this here.
Yeah, that kind of stuff down there. For like future reference is the kind of stuff that we've looked to do a net through. You
Okay.
see there's not many corals in it though, which are kind of a primary target of that.
Okay.
Often you could replace those branches with corals basically.
Okay, and that's what
Yeah.
that would be the perfect sample.
Yeah. I just thought if we had some time, we could just still have a look at it.
Because right now we're kind of still at the same depth as before, right? So
Yeah, and I think we're going to go across the kind of plane up to the wall, right? So I'm going to save a couple of nets.
I'm going to head back towards the side there. Just catching up.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Cool. Thank you.
What are you doing around here?
That was just some coral rubble, just
Yeah.
Are we able to fly sort of laterally looking at the cliff?
You can just spend some. Do you want to look or you want to get to that waypoint? You wanna,
Both, otherwise
okay.
we're better off going a little higher where we like. The goal is to get video to the waypoint. So even if we have, like this is good. Like we can get a little closer.
I can. A little slower though.
Yeah, this is a good balance. I guess 0.2 and.
Cat.
Yeah.
If you want to make a comment, say that we're on the edge of the stream, does that cover their specific button, or can we just free the text?
Substrate, you could put as a substrate observation, but I don't think we have a slope button. So you'll have to free slope, free type that. Oh yeah, the same one we've seen earlier. Same species.
You can grab sideways if you want to face it more.
Yeah, if you're feeling comfortable flying that way.
Okay. So make sure.
See, once we get to Waypoint 2, are we going to be sort of pretty much staying on the southerly part of that face? Or are we going to jump back and forwards?
I think Dan will make you jump back
Okay.
and forth. This is what I like.
I'm just thinking ahead so I can position the ship.
Okay, yeah. I think there's going to be a little bit more of
Yeah,
up
I'll just
and
leave
down.
the ship as it is. 'Cause
About this, a bit better.
Yeah, this is perfect.
So I don't hit a wall on my right.
Yeah, keep an eye on that forward scanning zone.
Rich, update Waypoint. Can you drop your speed to 0.3, please?
It's flat. Right, let me see some features.
Octopus. No, we'll keep going. Unless BBC says.
Start slowing down again, Cat.
Yep. Can you keep crabbing sideways and up?
Go up.
Up a little bit? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, one more.
Hiding under sponge.
You want to maintain step on cat or go up?
A little bit more up. There was more life higher up. I feel like we're maybe starting to see some more living.
You were going to bed? You've been up all night, right?
No. I went to
You go to bed before?
I slept too. Yeah, a couple hours, but I have to step out for like 3 minutes.
Okay. So you're fine with us getting away from Waypoint 2 and doing intros up and down, so that we can find it?
Yeah, we were traversing towards 1.2, but I just asked to go a little higher because I felt like there was more life higher up.
Can I get lasers off for a second?
Just like
Charcoal.
Would you rather that we try to be a little bit further up on the face?
That's what I was wanting. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. All right. Good.
Are you okay for another hour, and I'll swap you at 7:30 for lunch for breakfast? Or?
Yeah. Sure.
Yes.
Thank you. So is that okay with you? We're gonna move uphill a little bit, and then we'll keep going to Waypoint 2. Thanks a lot. You guys are doing a great job.
We're just slowing down a bit, Dan. Waiting for the ship again.
Waiting for the ship? Okay. Yeah.
But I'm heading up slowly.
Yeah, that's okay. Alex?
You get the anchor one, Ben.
Do you need me to do anything?
So, no, I mean, if you want to,
I think that
you could introduce yourself and talk a bit about the work. But, yeah.
At any particular point in time?
Yeah.
All right. And do I need to actually talk into the mic or not?
Yeah.
And put the headsets on?
You don't have to.
But I can just talk into that. All right, hold on a second. So, and what do I do with this contraption? Just like this?
Yeah, just like that.
That's good? All right. I can introduce myself, and do you want me to talk about a little bit of why we're here, what we're doing, kind of thing? Yeah, okay. Okay. Just tell me when. Anytime. Hi, everyone. My name is Dan Fornari. I'm a marine geologist and an emeritus research scholar at the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. I'm one of the co-leads on this expedition looking at vertical deepwater coral reefs here in the Galapagos. We're at this particular site, this crescent coral seamount, where we actually had some dives with the Alvin submersible a few months ago, and we first discovered it. And this feature is quite interesting. It's a large seamount, a volcanic mountain that was formed, don't know exactly when, but probably several millions of years ago. It has this large caldera that we're diving Sebastian in. This is a big feature which was formed as the volcano was forming. Calderas are sort of craters where much of the eruptive activity in a volcano happens. In this particular case, this caldera is a breached one, meaning it has been sort of blown up, and part of it was opened up to the southwest. And we're exploring some of the internal structure of the volcano. That's what we're going along right now. We're seeing this sort of dike ridge, which is probably the internal plug of the core of the volcano, which we don't often see exposed in submarine volcanoes. We're looking at it both from the point of view of geology and especially from the point of view of corals, and mapping the distribution of corals in and around this feature. Are you still waiting for the ship to catch up? Okay. Yeah.
Still wants to keep coming up.
You can come up a little bit, yeah, because it looks like you could come up a little bit. You can see it's got a bit more relief up towards Waypoint too. So you're angling up towards it. That's fine. I would say by the time, Ben, you get to here, then you might start to go directly there. Let's see what depth we get to. Oops, sorry. We have scientists from a wide range of universities in the U.S., in Canada, in the U.K., in Costa Rica, and in Spain on this cruise. So it's truly a multinational and multidisciplinary expedition to look at these deep water vertical reefs. Kat, did you have a chance to look at the map? Do we have one?
So the data is just copied across onto the network.
Okay.
So now it's there.
Great. Great. A lot of the coral rubble that you're seeing here in the imagery, this is all coral that has grown on the steep cliff faces and then eventually dies and sloughs off and then forms these big aggregations or collections of coral rubble. Some of the scientists are studying that coral rubble to look at paleoclimate features, and they'll be doing radiocarbon dating and other geochemical analyses that tell us what the temperature and other properties of the seawater were at the time when those corals were growing. So that helps us to understand better the sort of paleoclimate up to the last 16 or 20,000 years of Earth history.
So as you can see, maybe I just want to update
at the same time. One of them.
Do you folks do periodic checks on if the camera is in focus?
Yes.
Okay. Part of it is because my eyes are bad, and so I never trust my eyes as to whether it's really focused or not.
Way, Dan.
Sorry.
The same way if it's in focus or not. It's in focus. Yeah. But I got eagle eye most year, so it's all good. It's all good.
So you're at 435. You're getting up there. You're seeing a lot of these basket stars. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I would say at this point you can probably head to Waypoint 2 along here.
Good job. We updated Waypoint.
I'll toss the sunrise up one last time. Trying to break through the clouds there.
So that's still 100 meters, the grid?
Right there.
You can see us making our way to Waypoint 2.
So everyone, we're about a little more than 100 meters or so away from Waypoint 2. When we get to Waypoint 2, we're going to stop and just sort of see where we're at and go down the south face of the cliff and come back up it and see what it looks like there. Cool. I don't know that we need to collect anything there. I think we're mostly trying to make sure that we have a good sense of the difference in the cliff faces for the mapping that's going to happen. Is there any particular biology? I mean, those basket stars that we just started to see, do we need opportunistic collections of those? Or?
No, corals. We need the corals. Just
You need corals?
corals.
What kind?
We need black corals. We need black corals.
Yeah.
We need hard corals.
Yeah.
And we need octocorals.
Okay. All right. So if we see them along the face when we do the traverse, we'll think about stopping. Right.
Yes. The next will be great if in the next place where you find a lot of corals, we stop and have a couple of samples there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
From a net point of view, then I'd be looking from a net point of view. We're going to go across the. We're going to hop over to the steep wall, right?
Yeah.
So at the base of that steep wall.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. When we go down that wall, we'll see what we see.
Yeah.
So we're at 421.
Roger. We're almost there. Hang on here for.
So everybody, just as a point of reference, remember. So you're looking at altitude and depth. So that altitude, clearly we're on the cliff face, right? the altitude is measured by an altimeter, maybe 500 kilohertz or so, so a high frequency altimeter that's in sort of the midpoint of the vehicle. So if the nose is up against the cliff face and you have a slope, the midpoint is going to show that you're not at 0 altitude, you're at 4 or 5 or whatever altitude, right? So just keep that in mind when you see the altitude. It's not measuring it where you're looking. So it's it can be a little confusing. So just keep that in your mind. You're looking forward, right? So we're the ROV here. We're looking forward. The altimeter is measuring here. So if there's a slope, it's going to tell you that you're farther away from the bottom, even though the nose of the vehicle may be right on.
Done. What's the description of these rocks?
So these are volcanic rocks. They are, my interpretation, so we definitely see it, is that they're the inner core of the volcano because of where it's located within this caldera. But that don't see it's volcanic rock. It's probably intrusive volcanic rock, right? So and it's probably that. Probably fine grained foliatic basalt. Yes. You waiting for a ship? Yeah, okay. So some of the times when you see that the vehicle is sort of just waiting, hovering down, sort of doing, continuing the traverse, it's because, remember, this is a two-body system. It's the ship and it's the ROV, and they have a tether, right? And they're moving so that they are not being choked by the tether from the ship, right? They have a certain amount of leash, like a dog, that you can move around in, but sometimes, and the navigator, the co-pilot tries to manage that, and the pilot, depending on where you're going and what you're going to do. What kind of a coral is the yellow one?
Not the yellow one.
It's not a coral?
We don't need it. Yes, it's a coral, but we don't need the yellow one.
Dendrophilia.
A dendrophilia? The yellow one?
Yeah.
Okay.
We would like to have peace, but better when we are in the Australian zone. Yes, we want a piece, but not now.
Yeah, that's fine. No, that's fine. I'm just asking. And Russ, is it possible to zoom out so I can see where Waypoint 2 is with respect to the total feature? Okay, right. So Waypoint 2 is right there. Okay, so we're almost there. 416. So you still have some reliefs that you can go up with, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Doing what? It's going further away. So.
How much longer do we have to wait for the shipping?
Yeah, a minute or two.
Oh, fine. Let's just wait. Let's just hang out. I would say let's get to. Let's go ahead and drive to Waypoint 2 when the ship lets us, and then what we want to do is we want to come to the southwest. We want to go off to the southwest, so see that side of the cliff, so we can back down.
We're almost there, Dan.
What's that?
We're almost there.
Yeah, we're getting there. No worries.
Just very one bar.
Yeah, the crab was or
James, who's the guy who's doing the chemistry, not the nutrient chemistry, but the other chemistry?
Water sample.
Yeah.
Rock. The land is up.
No. For the land stuff. Dealing with POs.
Oh.
Who is
Joe. Joe Stewart.
No. From my side, the Hui people doing the chemistry. Paul Henderson. And Sam. No. Sam. Sorry.
Sorry.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
I was
Thanks.
on the cruise.
No, I know. Yeah, exactly.
I'll check.
Thank you.
We're inside the perimeter there.
Okay. Adam
Subas.
Subhas?
Yeah, Subhas.
Okay. Perfect, thank you. Okay, so, and we are at 400 or so meters. So that's cool. And are you guys in an okay position to be able to go to the southwest? Or you need the ship a little closer? You're not going to have to go very far, I think. So just hang on a sec. Let me just check. So 4.
Can we collect a piece of this coral?
Hold on. Wait 1 sec. Hold on.
Looks like the one we have never collected.
So, is this not the same kind of black coral that you collected before?
No.
No? It's different?
It's different, yeah.
Okay. And do you need cohorts too?
If I need what?
Do you need the cohorts? You need a crab too?
Yes. Oh yeah, if it comes with it, yes. But it's not.
The crab is not the target.
Just a little piece.
Okay, so
Take both is okay.
so I guess as long as we're here, are you steady up on this thing right here? They would like if we could get the slurp and get a crab or two in chamber number 2, and then we would like to collect a snippet of the frond in one of the quivers.
Okay, we will touch in on, you have a ground bend, we need to touch in on the port side, right? Because I'll need to bring the port out as well to open our see it, so,
And remember these guys tend to go backwards, and they are pretty. Yeah, they're pretty sketchy. So
we're on 8 right now, eh? Chamber. That's not bad. Depending on the enemy direction, you bring the suction force.
Is there a suction?
I have my suction pants.
I think it's too big. They're picking that up.
Can we get chamber 2?
Chamber's down from.
So you already ate right now, I think.
Go watch the way. Okay. The other way.
Raising down.
Another way.
Next one. Gee, that's good. Okay. You want to get yourself set up? I'll do my best.
I'm going to porch in a little bit.
Which I know. That's fine. Watch it all the way through.
Okay. Just let me get close to it before you move it.
Oh, it's very excuse me. We need the coral, not the lobster. So we need a piece of the coral.
We understand, but I thought that you wanted a cohort too. So we're going to get the cohort first, and then we're going to get the piece of the coral.
Do you want it? No, just the piece of the coral.
Sometimes when you cut the coral, it already is there, the animal.
Yeah, but these animals don't stay. I mean, they're not going to be very cooperative, right?
Collect the animal. Just collect the coral.
Okay, but you know what? We're all set up to do it, so we're going to do it this time. Next time, let's be clear. That's why I asked the question. No, but we're going to do it this time. We're going to collect the animal, and then we're going to collect the coral because he's all set up to do it. All right. Thanks. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Chris. We'll get it organized.
Full bore. When you get stand by, don't go close yet. Then you get close.
You on?
Closer. So we'll get closer. So don't scare him off.
No, he's ready to bolt.
Thinking about it.
On?
Just not come back in.
If you can get the little ones too, that little ones are good too. If you can go and get those guys. And you're in chamber number 2, right?
Yeah, we are. So stable.
Okay. Good.
Sure, as long as shoes in the right index correctly, then it doesn't seem to stop.
Is it second? Oh, you know what? I'm just looking. It seems like no. That's okay. Go ahead. Just go ahead. Yeah. It seemed like it's second.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not sucking.
That's my index, right?
Okay, let's see it. Try that. Try that. Okay, let me down.
Do you have it dialed? Speed dialed up?
It's not in the right place, but you need to bring it right again. That's it. Stand it up.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, but he hasn't landed yet. Doesn't seem like there's much velocity going in there.
I wonder whether those asteroids down are inhibiting the suction.
I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine it's some tiny pieces. I can't imagine they blocked it. I just don't think the pump is.
But you know something, the small crustaceans, they come with the sample when we take the sample, and we don't need it.
I know, but just wait one sec. Hold on one sec. We're trying to figure out whether the pump is working or not. So hold on.
Okay, tell you what, let's just put the pump on, put our legs on. Where do you want the sample?
What's that?
Where do you want the
sample?
number 2.
In number 2, equipment number 2. So the snippet of the tip that you can take. How much do you need? Like this much?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 feet right inches.
Bring it further out so I can get the lid off.
We need 15 centimeters.
Okay.
Trying to not damage much as possible.
What was that? What is this event number?
Okay, so security conversion. Did you know you did not get that?
What event number are we talking about, please?
007. And no, the number 2. So they took the decisions after. They took in the number.
And is this a black coral that we're sampling?
Black coral.
Right.
Yeah. We can have to touch it, man. I can't get a decent cut. I think if you pivot it round, you just touch down at the bottom. I'll reach up whenever it does not. It's just, otherwise it's just too unstable. This stuff's difficult to cut. And I think you can touch stable.
The coral should go to a coral river.
Yeah.
You want to drop down a bit, man?
Well, it doesn't seem like it's in the container, so I would say no.
We are not going to log it, right? Just the 7. Should go with the 7. Because I have to speak to you. Okay, the coral is 7. The coral is 7. And coral is going to river. No.
Yeah.
That would be the next 007. That is a black hole.
That seems reasonable.
Can
you zoom in, please?
Yeah.
Get some with the crabs on it.
Let's see if we find you something to write.
Yeah, I'm looking. Can you zoom out again, please?
You can use this folder.
That one right there. That's right, never mind.
I'm going to try this one up here. It's a lot easier for a sample and it'll be a cleaner cut.
I want to get breakfast. If you don't know the numbers, ask me that because you also know all of them. Or I have here the guideline. That's very important that we take notes of it. We can go to have breakfast and then we switch. Yes.
Going on equipment number 2. So we just took a sample. We agreed this is event 7.
Event 7.
Was that enough?
Yes, that was fine. Okay, so you have that sample?
That's great. And next time we'll have it bigger.
Well, if you hold on a second.
And that's it. But that's good for now.
Because we're here.
We're right here. If you need a bigger sample, you can take another piece.
You can take another piece.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you take another piece and stick it back in? Thanks.
Thank you. Not a problem. Yes.
It's just great. It's getting the stem correct. So
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna from here. We're gonna go down to the bottom, and we'll see about getting color back.
Yeah, sounds good. Cool. All right.
Yes, makes sense.
Is that big enough?
Yeah, along with the other one, that'll be fine. Great stuff. So note that there are 2 pieces. That's the same event. Okay. 2 pieces, same event.
The same event. So we're going to represent distribution.
It's going to look like constant event, right?
Okay. So at this point, once you've secured that, we're going to want to go to the bottom of the cliff here. It should be to the southwest. And get down there, and then we'll make a traverse up.
yeah, that's number 2 secured.
Yeah, great.
What you need?
So now we're going to go. We're going to basically keep the face in view, and he's going to back down to the southwest. Okay. So he's going to be looking at the scarp, but we're going to be going down reverse because we have open water in front of us.
So I'm going to
who's
bring
keeping
the
the sample
vessel
log
over behind this. Right?
Yeah, it's up to date. Okay.
Behind this. West of us. Yeah.
That's a good spot, eh?
So you're going to be backing down to the southwest.
Red jar. Bridge RV, that's an updated waypoint for you, so that's heading southwest.
Southwest, yeah. So you're okay, basically facing into the wall.
Yeah.
And let's, if we can, keep it at about 2 meters away.
I'll bring the ship over this side just now because they're coming down the hill. So we can kind of set
You okay then?
drag it in the center.
And are we zoomed in or out here?
Cool.
Okay, good. And the back, the tray is in, right?
Yes. If you want to zoom in, well.
Yeah, no, I think we're good. If you and do you have the forward-looking sonar? In a way, yeah. If you can just keep it at 2 or 2.5, that'd be great.
Yeah, number 2 is done.
So we're now going to make a traverse down the face as we're looking at it, and we're going backwards. Okay, just so you keep yourself oriented.
That's brilliant. I love it. That's great. Yeah, thanks for allowing everything. What A1? Oh, A1, yeah. That's what I'm crazy. AO. Let's try it for a little bit of caution board. Maybe you can explain the situation to me. Yeah, please.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. This is the dike bridge here that we're looking at, and we're in sort of this general area here, right? And so we're going to go down to here. It goes down to 4, depending on where you count, to 430. So we got another 15, 20 meters to go. Then.
And the idea is to go around here, to do the whole.
Well, we're looking at different. We have mapped this with the shallow water multi-beam. We did that last night, so we have a better image than this. This is a 15-meter grid. I think they were able to make a 5-meter grid. That's what Cat's going to be working on. But right now, we're just making some traverses to get a sense of what the cliff face is like and whether it's suitable for the kind of mapping that Verla and Cat want to do.
I was just using markers and then just changing the name to delivery points for the back. If you want to, yeah, you want to do it back. So that's why I did this just to Yes, M1, MT2, MT.
Yeah.
When these rocks form, they form an
No, so this is probably an intrusive rock. So this is basically pores when lava was being delivered to the top, right? It forms the pillows when it erupts on the top and it interacts with the seawater and basically forms these bulbous pillow mounds, tubes, and all that sort of stuff. This is probably more dike rock, where you can see it's sort of angular, sort of rectangular shapes. These are sort of classic pieces of dikes because of how they're fractured. If they were pillow basalts, you'd see them, they'd be more acorn shaped with a curved surface that was part of the original surface of the pillow. All of this is pretty angular, so it's probably pretty
Just
classic.
backing down.
Right.
We're going down back.
But you also have pillows submerged, only outside.
No, not down below. No.
Not down below, just only outside.
Probably not. On the flanks, maybe there are some submerged, erupted, but we don't see them. It's all covered away.
I'll just be back in 10 minutes.
Thank you, Ben. Good morning.
Good morning. How's everybody doing?
Good. So we are. You're backing down to the southwest, staying a couple of meters away from the cliff face.
Okay.
And yeah, we're going down to the bottom, and you got maybe another 10, 15 meters to get to the bottom.
Okay. We're going for fossil corals, or what are we looking for?
Well, right now we're just trying to get a sense of what this face looks like. So we've done a couple of traverses up and down the face as we went over to the western side of it. Now we're at the steeper part of it. So there's an octopus there, sleeping. Don't disturb him, Zach. Can you get him in the miso camera?
Oh yeah.
His member in the front porch.
Sure. You want me to get very close to him with it?
Yeah.
Can we also get some of our cameras as well?
Yeah.
Some with laser off as well.
So your laser is off right now?
Nope, they're on.
Okay. Okay, yeah, you can turn them off whenever you want.
Go for it. Come on, go.
They're up.
So there you go. Right. That's the way to line up on it for sure.
I'm just gonna kind of hold here and get a little creeping in.
Is that okay, Julian?
Yeah.
You can stretch it.
Yeah.
You can almost hear the yawn.
Needs coffee. Need coffee. Send coffee.
All right, do you want me to try and creep in on him a little more?
No. That's fine. That's fine. No, I don't. We don't need to disturb him. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna zoom out.
Yeah. Okay.
Carry on down.
Yes, please. So you can note in the observations good octopus shot.
Yes, very nice.
Everything seemed to be working okay on the table, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I mean, I did just get here, but it seemed like it. How's your morning been?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good samples?
Good. Yeah. Doing fine. There definitely seems to be more coral life up on the top of this feature than the bottom. At least that's what we've observed so far. But that's one of the reasons why we're continuing to survey it.
I heard we got some black corals already.
Yeah. There's a lot of them around. No shortage of different coral here.
Oh wow.
Sponge. Remember, Carl, was it the uppers we got facing up, or was it the mids? The uppers. The uppers are facing up.
And there was some discussion about one of the floods they produce flickering video, so you turn those off, right?
Yeah, we every once in a while, if we have to, we'll use them, but we really don't like
Yeah, well, that's fine.
So this is our first dive of this expedition,
So we're down at 426
and
here.
we will be doing roughly 2 types of dives on this
you're pretty
cruise.
close to the bottom.
What we're doing now is kind of an exploratory and sampling
You
dive.
don't need to sit down. I would just. sort of
We will
hover here for a
also
second.
have another mapping dive, and so we will have a multi-beam as well as a 3D laser scanner incorporated on Sebastian, and we will be choosing different areas to map with the multi-beam that's on the vehicle.
So that's fine.
One thing to note is we will be streaming during these
Can
times.
you lateral across a bit? Right.
However, the multi-beam will be in the middle of the HD camera, so it lines up with the vehicle's center line for patch test purposes. So it will be slightly obstructing.
Again, this is more.
We are also again working with BBC. And so occasionally we will be cutting the stream or muting the stream to get some footage for them.
And then the sediments have.
And then we'll try to give you a warning when that happens.
Coral debris in it. No ripple marks, so we're not seeing any current activity or any of that sort of stuff here.
Kind of just a tiny bit.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, sorry. Do you mind if I point that down a little, just for looking for this coral?
Sure.
That's right above that little handle. That one that lost down. There. How big are these chunks you're looking for?
What's that?
How big are these chunks?
Oh, they were pretty big. The ones we got in the initial grab were, they probably were the size of a couple of your fingers, maybe 2 or 3 fingers.
So it'll be pretty obvious.
Oh yeah. No, they were definitely big aggregations.
Is that one right there?
Yeah. But we don't necessarily need to worry about collecting that here.
Okay.
I would say let's keep going to the right.
Okay, so we're more just looking.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
I mean, once we see a nice big aggregation, that will be great to sample. But I'd like to sort of get over to the right side of the purple circle, and then we'll make a traverse up.
Sure.
Okay.
I saw we had a pretty nice big octopus following us earlier too.
It was a nice one, yeah.
A lot of these little squat lobsters.
Yeah, I think the squat lobsters were on to us though. They were not very happy with the slurp one.
Suspicious?
Oh yes, very squirrely.
Tripod fish?
Sorry, thought for a second, but I'm not sure that's what it is. I don't think so.
I've seen those before. I don't think what
They call it like a chimera.
A chimera. That's not a chimera. That's different. The other ones were small cat sharks that we saw earlier.
There's a big crab too.
Yeah, looking for breakfast.
I gotta come up a little. There's some big rocks coming in my right ear.
Yeah.
Hey.
How are you?
Good.
So we're at Waypoint 2, finally, and we're at the base. It's doesn't seem to be as much here as there was over to the left, but over to the west. But we'll see. There's another octopus there.
There's a lot of octopus.
Yeah,
Do you want to do the full feature?
That's a nice spot. Yeah, why don't you just hover there for a second? If you wanted to turn off the lasers, Juliana, you could for a couple minutes. I guess I'm just curious to know what's there. So
yeah.
So I think it'd be worthwhile.
Okay. I think we'll have to.
What are we doing now? So we're at what time is it now? It's 7 o'clock.
It's 7 o'clock.
7:30.
I mean, when we move, we make a fair amount of. I would like to see up the slope a little bit as well. So I mean,
up from this feature.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would say let's try to. Well, that's a nice picture. I would say let's try to go up here. Did you have breakfast or not?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe if you can take them on the traverse up this and move around and see what you see and see if there's a good spot here to pick another mapping target spot. And then get on the ridge and go to the next waypoint. So okay. All right. Cat's got it.
I'll take over.
And if you
hello, good morning.
And if you want, Kat, I've just got this running log going here. I just got this running log going. So
okay.
Okay. All right. I shall return. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Everybody okay here? So we didn't see much coral aggregation at the bottom. I don't think there were as many corals.
Did you want to look at this guy anymore, or just carry on up? Or?
We are ready to keep moving. Can we have the lasers back on, or are they on? I'm struggling a bit to see them sometimes.
They're off.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I see them. Yeah.
Did you want to start traversing up this now?
Yes, please.
Sure.
So I've been trying to stay as close to the wall so that we have good imagery of the animals.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm just going to hop out and I'm going to the meeting real quick.
Oh, shoot. I'm also supposed to be at a meeting.
Well, it's okay. Do you have anything you want me to pass on to them, or?
Nope. I mean, is this still the same plan to, after we're done that, to move to the transit and the little mapping target?
I heard around 12 hours, just around 2:30 maybe coming up. And so
to be on deck around 4.
Yeah, on deck 4.
Yeah. So it's before dinner, and the two watches can work together for the samples for the first time.
All right, thank you. I'll be back in.
If they do want me, I can go up, but someone will have to come here.
I think it'll be fine. All right,
perfect. Thanks. Is it okay if I zoom slightly? Oops, nope, that's Pan. Okay, I need to get used to this.
Just rotate the actual stick itself. Then we'll zoom in and out.
Sorry, which one?
Like if you rotate this piece.
Ah, okay. Ooh, I see, yeah, that's okay, not quite that much.
We are just about arriving to Waypoint 2. We'll take a good look around here, see if there's anything we want to sample.
Hey Russ, if you're okay, I want to pan up just a little bit. I think your lighting is better
Yeah, no, it's nice to touch.
Are we? Yeah, you want me to make that move for that waypoint? Update waypoint?
Yes, sir, please do.
Okay, what is
Another shark?
Thank you.
Not as many corals here as we saw earlier. Can I see a sample log? We did get a spot lobster with that.
No. No. We could have things that were trying to sample with the salt sample and it's better just to cut and get the coral. But we weren't really interested in the lobster.
But yeah.
The coral. Yeah. It would have been nice.
So you are doing samples.
Yeah. If you want to see all of the what I'm doing are samples, yes. So we collect samples and I want to fill up this one over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we are now in event number 7.
Yeah, the next one is
gonna be
yeah.
And then doing see what we're gonna do sometimes. We normally use the other side to be able to collect this around. If it's somewhere, we always go to the coffin post and where.
Should we do some observation?
Yeah, so that was my question. Do you want, we can do observations and you can do samples? Does that work?
So we were organizing before. So the list of observations here, cut the line where she was not in, I was telling her all the species that was here in the catalog. But yeah, you can help with that, it's great.
Cool.
Yeah. And you have any questions? Here, this guide, and
I think he was on it. And cool. Some more on the edge of this purple and it's kind of signature. No, it's all good. It's honestly not that
corals just about okay. Hard corals. Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. I think we'll just go up the feature and see if we see more corals at the top, and then we'll lateral all the way to waypoint 3. What do you that?
Cool.
So what's the yellow coral named again?
Dendrophilia.
Dendrophilia. Okay.
We see many times.
Yeah, there's a lot of it. I've never seen in my North Atlantic videos.
I've seen
or maybe once.
I didn't see if there were any associates, so leave it blank.
Okay.
And Dendrophilia.
Like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So, roughly down. Yeah, enjoy it.
half roll, 3 text. Brilliant. That's cool. I've got it on one. Yeah, it'll just slowly update.
So I noticed that there are also using coral rubble. You can also do an observation in substrate.
Yeah. Substrate. Yeah. Fossil coral rubble.
Just coral rubble.
Yeah, you don't even have to write anything there.
You can write a start.
Bridge lab. Hi, this is James from the science team. She is, yeah.
Oh, it's
Can I
Mandripora.
come up?
Mandripora.
Okay, I'll speak with her now.
Come up.
This is living Mandripora.
Huh?
For the morning meeting.
Morning meeting? Okay. So I need someone to direct the dive.
Do you want to do that?
Huh? Go ahead. You want to direct the dive?
And then you can write
Sorry, we're just sorting out.
Huge colony. Big
Yeah,
colonies
Cat's
of
good.
Oh, we just got to the interesting part.
Thank you, bye.
Infused dendrophyllum.
So I think we'll just try and go
Organ window.
up to the top of the ridge. Okay, and then I would want to lateral to waypoint 3.
And I can also write the highlights.
And what is
And then we can take some observation along the way.
what's this number?
That's the time, UTC.
Ah,
It's on the clock
okay.
right
Oh, and this is
and I probably would stay around this depth to
Can we
transit
connect?
because there's clearly a little bit more
try
than
that.
way at the bottom. So we're at 400
connect?
meters.
Yeah, Russ.
There is a coral that we have
right
never
here in the
collected,
bottom
the
right
soft
corner?
coral there. So
Looks like she's
Odalisca has one similar in Costa Rica, but here in Galapagos we haven't collected that soft
So
coral.
this
one?
one here, this
Yes.
white one there.
Yes, that's the one that is outside. I have pictures.
Okay,
That's
okay.
one of them.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
The
perfect.
pictures are in the paper. In the wall.
In the wall? Okay, so we got 2 on the walls now?
Yeah.
Perfect. Alright. Okay, so perfect. I'll be back probably after the collection.
So we're gonna do
Number 3 will be your next chamber. I'm going to try and see.
one of those that we
Is this
haven't
height
collected.
to be okay if I touch in at this?
I think so.
Oh, just try to not destroy that.
Yeah. So what we can try and do is
Oh,
next time we can get a picture of it, like a highlight.
Man.
So take pictures anyway.
No faith.
This one?
Ah,
So as soon as you click it,
No faith.
I won't say
Hello.
How you doing?
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
very different to secretary.
I mean, it was.
But lots of things look the same. But the pH sensitive chemistry is
like literally like
a
at
boron
or something, yeah, it's like 810 or something.
So lots of things look the same.
started
Like
like
sensitive to the carbon.
No, we started streaming like
and maybe pH upregulation, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Looks
I
very
think so.
different.
It was just
it's
as
like
one
doing
drop out.
something completely different to a bacteria cross.
That's why they not affected by the sample.
So yeah, this is our idea. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I didn't know whether you'd done much work on them. I was going to ask. Be interesting.
Okay.
Cool.
Sorry, I was trying to clean up my chair.
Hey, take your time. We're just continuing down towards the feature. Feature's going, I guess, deeper. So we're following it
Then we
down.
have that tail that looks like a rat. You can write rat tail.
Rat tail.
Yes, exactly.
There were aggregations
And
of
then would
shallow
look like a rock.
ground leaf.
What's that one?
Wrong way. When you're at the edge, there's corals.
But lower down, not so much.
Not so
I
much.
mean, there's
No.
much as well as
Yeah.
Camouflage.
Yes.
not the bigger
Not
rock.
yeah.
One, right?
Yeah.
And then once we get towards waypoint 3, we'll get a scoop. Sorry,
The fossil coral.
fossil.
Yeah.
You tell us the geological
maybe
sample
another
if you
rock.
want.
Yeah.
And Belen was asking for a Ventura.
Jorge, did you get breakfast? I hope. Yeah.
Yeah, I got.